I got a Homer Simpson.
Drill bit. I've got a drill bit.
What's the most random thing on your desk?
I'll tell you. Right, I've got my this. I don't think you're gonna beat this, right?
I don't think I'm gonna beat. No,
you're not gonna beat this.
So.
This is. Are you ready? All right, I'll do mine.
Go ready? Go ahead. Any day now.
I've got this on my desk.
Old phone. Cell phone from 1978.
I am.
This is an ancient phone here. He's holding up people.
Jeez, yeah. I've got.
I don't even know why that's on here. No idea.
The random thing I've got is a Skoda manual book.
Wow.
Is that on here?
See, I don't have anything random like that.
On here.
I have a pencil that says "coolest teacher ever."
Nah, yeah. And then I have this, which is like a card holder for my pass. It's a retractable card holder.
There you go.
That's what I've got. That's the most random stuff.
Sure.
I want a clip for my packet of crisps.
I have a note that Duchess left me when I was taking a nap. It says, "I love you, sleep well." It's very sweet. I don't suppose I need to really keep that, but whatever.
I think I won the competition for the most random thing on the desk.
Well, I think I did. Congratulations, you have the most useless crap on your desk.
I do. No, do you know what? If I put a SIM card in this, it might still even work. Who knows?
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
You never know. Might do.
Spend the time trying to sort that out because your Steam Deck's not taking up enough time.
So, shall we start?
I'm ready.
I think we can do.
Okay. Okay.
Here we go. I don't even know what number it is. What number is it? Oh, well, I know.
763.
I've got it.
It's at the top of the show notes.
Bye. Millie's going now, by the way.
Okay, bye.
I'll just stick with the veteran. Stew story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
Somebody please think of the children.
Oh my glob.
Top. If this were a real attack, you'd be dead.
Ballin'.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
I need to play some HD games while I'm rolling my caddy.
Hello and welcome to episode 729 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay! 729.
It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens. Rice and
yeah, it's Christmas time, people. Yeah.
So we're giving
Welcome to the Christmas show.
We're giving away 2 prizes this episode. Well, maybe more.
We are.
I don't know. It depends how silly I get. But remember, Stu, you have a job.
I do. What was my job? I can't even remember anymore.
You have to pick from the chat.
Oh, okay. I get
it. I don't know if you've got a pen. I know you've got a drill bit and
I have got a pen. I showed you a pen.
You have an old cell phone. You could put in your text notes.
So you need to make some notes of people that contribute to the chat.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Stu, that you have to do something this episode.
Alrighty.
So what I'm looking for, Stu, this is what I'm looking for. People that are contributing to the chat well, giving good banter, and just write a few names down, and then we'll pick one at the end, you know?
Oh, okay.
So in the chat at the moment, we got Susan, of course, SLH. We got Ricey, No Addictions.
Yay, SLH. Yay, Ricey.
Searly is in there.
Yay,
so,
Searly.
Just get chatting, people. We're going to be...
get chatting. I'll put your name down.
A social show. We haven't even got the webcam up. Here we are. Oh, we're not even in the right order.
What?
In this order,
Stu
is Duke. Duke is Chinny, and Chinny
oh my
is
God,
Get it started. I don't want to hear your excuses.
On?
I didn't come here for that. I came here to see
it's just weird, dog.
Silly goofballs.
I'm Chinny. By the way, I'm Chinny.
No, you're not. No. You're back.
Wow.
You're
it's still wrong.
Someday.
Oh, there we go.
Stay in school.
So, yes. So but we're going to give away some prizes to the Patreons because we have Patreons on this show. Did you know?
That's right.
We do. It's true.
Because we need people to give us money.
Yeah. Give us some money.
Show your appreciation at Christmas. That's what I say.
I've had So I've had less time than I wanted to prepare for this. So I'm gonna put them.
It's all right. We're off the cuff kind of guys.
You
We're
wouldn't know. We
can't podcast
tell.
You say that, but the 1 week that I wasn't here, it was sure panic. So the fact that I'm only here with 1 minute to spare.
Can I just say it wasn't me panicking?
Let's not do this again. Let's not do this
again. Yeah. Panic.
Well, I've just found a very quick and easy wheel name generator.
Brilliant.
So what I'm doing is
That was a sound clip from that episode. When you
so I'm adding people on the Patreon into this wheel, and then we're going to spin it.
Oh, right.
So while I do that, Stu, do you want to do your host duties and say who the fuck we are and what we do?
Oh yeah, we should do that, I guess. So yeah,
Does he usually say that? I think
I don't know.
say we're
I'm
not
just going to do
military
it.
veterans.
It's Christmas. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm Duke.
Yeah, this is Duke. He's the loud, annoying American who plays.
Yeah,
local
woo,
sound
loud,
clips.
annoying
That's it. Wait a minute. So which way do I
one.
need to point? I don't know anymore. Is it that way?
Like up
No, that
towards
way.
which
That
the
way.
way Millie was.
That way.
You know where?
That
no,
way. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that way.
some
that
people call
way.
me a loudmouth.
the other way. Other way.
No, I'm totally this way.
Other way. The other way. The opposite to what you were doing.
Down.
All right.
Oh,
okay,
for God's
okay.
sake!
This is Duke in the middle. There you go. I don't know. I can't point in the right direction because I'm old.
Never mind about pointing.
And then right over there is Chinny.
Hello.
So he's right
Yeah.
over there. That's Chinny.
And we are not military veterans. We're veterans of the
Yeah.
gaming lifestyle.
Correct.
Yeah, we are. So there you
Yeah.
Um,
And if you came here looking for
Hey,
interesting
what?
discussion about current games, you're in the wrong place.
wrong place. Wrong place.
go.
Wrong
Yeah,
place.
totally wrong because I don't know. We've only been.
But we
doing
are here to
this
talk
for
about video
50
games, and we
years.
will
Who
do
knows?
that soon. I guess. I don't know. We're stumbling around and prefacing things. Does somebody have a story time?
Yeah, I do. Because
Oh,
we
great.
have.
Favorite time. It's story time.
Story time.
We have a TikTok celebrity in our midst. Did you know this, Duke? Did you know?
Well, yeah.
that we
What now?
have-
What is he famous for?
Did you know that we have a TikTok?
Yeah, what is he
Got-
famous for now? What went viral? What happened? Get to the story.
He's got a video on TikTok that currently has just under 2 million views. Can
No,
we
it
just say?
doesn't.
I
It
do.
fucking
I
does.
do, yeah.
Are you serious? 2 million?
Dude,
Yeah,
2
yeah.
million
Damn, that's impressive.
fucking views.
What's the- is it a- is the
Unfortunately,
baby,
it's
I
not on the
assume?
veteran gamers.
No, it
Of
isn't.
course
No,
not.
it
I
isn't.
try so
the hell
hard, listeners. I try so
Yeah.
hard to promote the show and make little funny clips for the TikTok and
Can
all this sort of stuff. But
can we
I
just say
I
though?
put this together. To be fair, this clip took me 10 years to make. In fairness,
It did.
But, I
But
put
can
it
we
together
just
in 10 minutes
say
and here we go.
the
2 million.
viralness of it is mainly down to his beautiful wife Tara,
Correct.
and not a lot to do
Well,
with
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So
Here we
I don't
are,
have
then.
TikTok. I haven't seen this. What's the video?
So
Mike?
every year I film a Christmas video. Every year. So
Right.
my Christmas,
Yes.
whatever it is, whoever's in it, I film it as it is.
Sure.
And I was talking about it and I was thinking about ending it, to be honest, because it gets
Pain in
quite
the
it gets
ass.
it gets quite sad, to be honest, because
Oh.
people don't talk to the family no more, or people pass away, and this
yeah.
kind of thing. And I unfortunately I don't talk about it too much, but the twins, Jimmy and Madeline, who I have spoke to, we don't get to see very often these days. And
'Cause I
they're
hate
in
you.
some of the early ones, and then like one of Tara's nieces, and it's basically just life. Life is the problem,
Yeah,
and things
sure.
happen anyway. And then my aunt is in one, and she's passed away, and and it's they're getting sadder and sadder, right? Because they just, you look at them and you go, oh my god, like Tara's granddad is in one of them, and he's passed away, and it's tough. Sometimes they're hard to watch back, and Tara sometimes gets upset watching them, but also loves them. Anyway,
Right.
cut a long story short, which I haven't. Every video, in every one, for some reason, I film me ringing Tara's mom's doorbell and they open the door. So in the early
Nice.
days, this used to be Tara opening the door, and she'd say, hello, hello, hello. And it's like bang on almost. Well, yeah, it is a year after. And then after a while, what's interesting, I suppose, about the video and what a lot of the comments are about is like it's really sweet how the woman answering the door in the first few years is then with you ringing the doorbell in the next
Yeah.
few years, and then like
That's right. It's how you know you've moved in.
yeah, so then they've worked out, like one of the comments is like, I think the woman is the guy's girlfriend, and then they marry, and then it's her brother answering the door, which is correct, and then then in 2019. Tara's brother's wife answered the door, which is a white woman, a white
Sim's
woman,
wife.
Natalie.
Oh, okay,
And then
okay.
somebody in the comments was like, "Why did she turn white in 2019?"
Turned
And
white.
somebody,
like,
thought
somebody
it
in the
was
comments
a
said, like,
Beyonce
oh, it's
family had
because-
moved in.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I thought a new family had moved
So
in.
it's
now.
worked out. It's like that must be the brothers. So they'd be like decrypted. If they were just not
Yeah.
lazy and just watch the next video, they'd see all the same people.
Yeah, sure.
But to be honest, I went from having 37 followers. I've now got 1,270 followers.
Damn,
Every other
blowing up like a
video-
balloon with a grenade in it.
Every other video that I've uploaded has exploded. Well, not exploded by loads, but it's definitely got another
Yeah.
1,000 views
Sure.
just by proximity.
That's awesome.
And I get notifications from TikTok. So I'll refresh the notification.
Do you know?
So
Do you
I've
know
got,
how?
Stu, I'll refresh the notification. So I've got none, right? I've got none now, yeah? And then I'll tell you what I've got by the time you finish
Okay.
talking. Go on.
Can I just say? Do you know how I found out about this?
Yeah, well, I know.
TikTok.
Yeah, no, it came up in Millie's feed on TikTok,
Yeah.
like his
Really?
video, and she
Yeah.
came to me and she went,
Wow.
"Something weird's happened." I'm like, "Wow, what's happened?" And this was before it had blown up a bit. It was like 80,000 views or something. So it,
Yeah.
Well,
but
she
it hadn't-
follows him presumably, right?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, really?
No, she
No.
Well,
doesn't.
but it probably is the thing of like she's a friend of a friend of a friend.
yeah,
so
possibly,
it's like
possibly. But anyway,
it's not
she
just
said-
randomly like, hey, this thing just
Yeah. She said to me, "Yeah, Chinny's done a pretty good video. It's pretty good." So she and do you know what her favorite
Yeah.
bit was?
Go
Her
on.
favorite bit, which not a lot of people. There is a couple of people mentioned. I had a look through some of the comments, which were quite funny.
Yeah.
But the fact you got your own key in 2014, she's
Oh, and everybody
like,
thinks
"Oh,
she's dead.
dead. Everyone thinks she died.
Yeah, everybody thinks
Oh,
Tara's dead
no.
because I opened the door myself.
Wow.
And,
Yeah.
and you can hear Simeon going, all right. And then Tara walks out the kitchen and says, and he was like, oh my God, I thought she was dead. You know,
Yeah,
so-
everyone thought she was
So
dead.
Stu, just so you've just stopped
People
talking.
are so quick to be like, oh, this must mean this.
Yeah.
This must mean that.
Just as you stopped talking, I've now got 73 more notifications about that.
That's mental.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's,
That
that's what
is
my phone is
great.
doing now. So I've had to turn them off.
Nuts.
What did Tara think of all of this?
She
What
loved
did
it. She loved it. I filmed. We went to a thing called Illuminate tonight. So it's like
That's
a,
right,
so,
yeah.
You know, have you heard of these? Like sort of like a park and lots of lights and
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. And we went. We
Yeah.
took the baby because Rosary's very, very observant. She looks at stuff and she loves looking at people. So she's pretty switched on for a 2.5-month-year-old. So we took her to that.
2.5-month-year-old. That's
2.5-year-old.
impressive.
I know, yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm tired,
She
right? I'm
ages
tired.
2.5 months every
Um,
year.
Yeah. Anyway, so she's looking around and stuff, and I was filming Tara, and she was like, "Hello, that's right, I'm the woman from the video." So it's already gone to her head. She's already like, she wants the TikTok.
She's
fame.
doing like posing and stuff now,
no,
is she?
no, she's fine. But like I told the family, and they're all like,
the way you real diva like the floss.
I put it in the family group, and I said, "Oh look, we've got like, well at the time it was 500,000." And I was like, "Look, we've got 500,000 views," and they was like, "That's cool." Anyway, like none of them cared. None of no one cared.
What's TikTok?
No, and I told Nathaniel tonight, and I said, we,
anybody fucking gives a shit.
says we got like 1.5 million views on that video, and he was like, "Really?" I was like, "I need to download TikTok. I need to watch it properly because they all want to read the comments, but they can't read the comments because
Well,
they don't
yeah.
have TikTok." So.
You can't read
that's
them on
it.
the website.
The annoying thing is, I work so hard to try and get the veteran gamers sort of. I don't know. I don't. In a way, I don't want too many listeners because it gets hard.
I do.
But the you get a lot of opinions and people saying stuff. Look what happened with the lesbian Dead Space thing.
Yeah.
So
Look how
like,
that
if you
went.
Yeah,
get,
there
if
you
you
go.
get too many people sort of viewing your stuff, you get scrutinized more. But I work really hard to try and get those TikToks going. I like
Yeah.
the Spider-Man one and the Dead Space lesbian one.
The GTA one was remarkable.
Yeah, the GT.
Like
it's
how
fine.
much you had predicted.
But those are good, and they get 2,000 views, 4,000 views, 8,000 views. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good, and I hope that sort of promotes the show. But I work so hard to try and get those going, and then I just
Yeah.
shit out these ones on my personal one, and they just go. So
A
because
bit of
I'm
nothing. A bit of
because
nothing.
on my personal YouTube channel, I've got 7,000 subscribers by complete accident. I don't want them because I put a
Right.
family video on YouTube on my personal account, and people comment and go, "Why am I watching this? Why is this on my feed?" And I have to explain. It's like, well, I made a few
It's like
videos.
Carl Pilkington on TV. Who is Carl Pilkington? Why have I just wasted
So,
3 minutes
like,
of my life?
I have to comment and say, look, I've made a few videos that you might have remembered, like a Gordon Ramsay one that went viral. It's got like 11 million views, and I've got another ones that like have got 80,000 views. Like, so you probably clicked one of them, and then you've got one of my family ones. Unsubscribe. I don't care. Just unsubscribe.
Yeah.
And like my personal ones do really well, but then I say that, look, I've still got
yourself.
I've still got like videos on my TikTok that are like, well, the lowest amount of number now is bloody hell. That one was on 100 and now it's on 900. So all of them have been affected by this. So it's pretty.
It's what happens, man, when you
Yeah.
go viral.
They want to know what else you got going on.
They
Not a
do.
lot.
Nothing.
Well, they'll
Sorry,
find
people,
out.
I know, yeah, they're
else.
like, what's all this
They
shit?
go, oh my
What's
God,
this
this
shit?
guy's so boring.
So let me ask you, I've got to ask you this, Chinny, right? is there going to be like just a quick Rosa at the door with Tara this year? Is that what you're going to do as a follow-up video?
Well, I was going to
I'm
do
guessing?
like one where we ring the bell because we're not spending Christmas. So on Christmas 2021, you know, when at the end, Tara's mum answers the door.
Yeah.
We actually don't go in that house. She's packed and ready to go to Manchester, but we still ring the door, right? So this year, Simeon has just had a baby, Safia, by the way. Lovely, very cute.
Nice.
And so that's their second child. So we are going to pick up Angela, Tara's mum. So we'll ring that door again and then basically take her to Stockport on the 27th. So it's not always bang on Christmas Day. Sometimes it's Boxing Day, but no one gives a shit.
Well, who knows?
Yeah, but
mate.
it's generally
no
Christmas.
one knows.
So what I was thinking of doing was getting Rosa to push the bell. You know, like just with a little tiny hand. And then film
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that.
See, I don't know. I just think the sort of door opening with Tara stood with the baby is kind of what, you know, you've had a baby. I think that's a better reveal. I think that's to be a better reveal.
We'll have to stage it then.
But then it's staged.
Stu, how many TikTok followers do you have? What's the biggest number of videos? Viewers?
I don't even have TikTok.
One thing that I was dying to,
I've
been dying to do.
Tell him how to make his TikTok.
One thing I really want to do with our Veteran Gamers TikTok is get 1,000 followers. So we can do lives.
We got 3 now.
We can do lives on TikTok. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
so I'm like, I'd love to do that.
Exhausting.
And to be fair, you know the when I started doing those ones with the Spider-Man and the lesbians.
We will talk about video games at some point.
Well, it's the Christmas show. No one cares. So
no one gives a shit. Who gives a shit?
Spider-Man and the lesbian stuff. Are you watching the chat, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm writing down stuff.
Yeah, good. We're going to acknowledge the chat.
I'm keeping eyes. I'm keeping eyes on it. Eyes on the chat.
So yeah, we have doubled our followers to 2. No, we haven't really. No, we used to have 30, and now we've got like 67 followers. So it does work. It does work. But to be honest, you just need one absolute banger. Do you know what I mean? Like one viral bastard thing, and then you do it.
What you need to do is in every video, you need to go like and subscribe.
No.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
No.
Hey, everybody, like and subscribe.
So it's yeah, look, the family. I text the family. I said, oh, now it's at 2 million. Well, it's at 1.5 million, and they always like, yeah, that's cool. Here's some pictures of Thea. Like that's all they do. Like none of them give a shit. But
good on them because
bragging about your video.
Most TikTok is just bullshit anyway. Yeah, let's be honest, it's just bullshit, isn't it?
But my problem is I upload family videos on there. My personal TikTok sometimes, like one of the videos is me drawing a dick on this like funny app that you can do. So basically, you draw a picture and then there's like a needle that goes through it and makes a song. And I draw a dick, right? And sometimes I do it just when I'm on the toilet, you know, just something to do, and then I put it out.
Like you do.
So I don't think about my TikTok that much, to be honest. I just put stuff out.
No, it sounds like you put a lot of thought into that.
And then like, you know, there's one video where I'm just like, well, I don't know, just posing with a stupid filter on or something like that. And then like they always, I don't know, it's just it's that thing in life where sometimes the less you try, you get like more success. Yeah. It's really random. But there you go. Yeah. I'm TikTok famous.
Well,
I'm back to 99 notifications plus.
Yeah.
So.
I said to Kay, I said like, it's fascinating what goes viral, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I honestly thought, because I've got other family videos on there. You know, I've got another video from Christmas on there, and I've got another video from when we went to Wales as a family, and they always get like 2,000 views, and sometimes like the odd comments, oh, this is really sweet, whatever. And then I uploaded this video. I played snooker. I won, by the way. I played brilliant. And then
you see,
came back home, checked TikTok, and I was like, fucking hell, what has happened? And it got to like 80,000 at that point. I was like, okay. And then I remember seeing it at 112,000 views. And I was like, okay, I think it's slowing down now. And then I realised that like when it gets to like 6 figures, so, you know, like 100,000, 200,000, the number on the right, so it's got like 120,000.6. The 0.6 is 600, right? I was like, oh, that's only going up by 4. But then I realised that's 400. Like, that's when I'm refreshing. I was refreshing the Veteran Gamers ones. I was glad if like 2 were refreshed. I was like, oh my god, it's 2. So it's just mad. It's just
you know.
I know how we could go viral. The easiest way for us to go viral is just to get some good music in there.
No.
No, you know you've gone viral when you're getting comments in foreign languages.
Yeah, a lot of those, a lot of Arabic and
Oui, ça c'est
Spanish,
très bien.
Spanish and Russian. I have to translate them just to check they're not racist or anything. But yeah, yeah. So
When have Russian people ever been racist?
well, there's a lot of approved comments that you can approve or reject, but a lot of them are foreign, and I was like, well, I can't check if it's because you
what's he
can't
saying?
yeah, so I just leave them. So I don't know what they're
Interesting.
saying. Most of the time, it's just them swearing.
If you press just a quick tip for you, Chinny, because I found this out tonight. If you press and hold it, it'll just automatically
I
translate.
understand that, Stu. I'm not a fucking boomer.
It's not that
but,
difficult. It really isn't.
No, but when no,
It's
but
not that
because
difficult.
sorry, Stu.
Just
let me
saying. I know you're young
Stu,
and stuff.
Stu,
but,
be
you know.
careful. Stu, have you got loads of followers on TikTok? Have you got?
You are wrong.
Because you are wrong. Because when you go into the approve and deny comments,
It doesn't
you
let you
can't
do
do
it.
it. So shut your mouth.
Fair enough.
You wouldn't know that because you haven't gone viral.
Well, if you use the the
you are
desktop
wrong.
app, you could just copy and paste it into
What-
Google Translate, couldn't you? You could just
what
do
I'm-
that.
what I'm
Oh,
really
look at Stu telling people how to use TikTok.
just
on the
saying, just
desktop.
saying.
Let's
What
see
I'm
if you
really
do it this
excited
way. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
What I'm really
saying.
excited about, because at work, somebody at work has got a video on TikTok that's got 4 million views.
God damn.
Right. And
Well, you might hit that at some point.
so what I'm hoping is, by
Well,
the
it
time I
could
get
do.
back to work, I'll be like, "Yo, Tom, remember where you thought you had loads of views? Bam!
thought you were the shit. You
Yeah.
ain't nothing. I'm at 7.
I know for a
Fuck you.
fact, after Christmas Day, it's just going to drop off. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
it's
oh
just
yeah,
gonna
of
drop
course it
off.
will.
So
Of course it
it's
will.
fine.
But you've got 2 days. You've got a couple of days to
Yeah.
go, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you
so,
put music
couple
behind
of
it,
days.
Chinny?
Of course he
put-
did.
Yeah, I put Nat King Cole behind it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because you could put some of my jams, and then you could get me some shine by putting my music
this is
behind
it.
it.
See,
Shine.
now I've gone viral. You guys just want to sponge
Yeah,
off
I
my
don't- I
Hook me
don't
up,
give a
hook me
shit.
up,
I mean,
man.
I'll do
Come
stuff. I
on,
don't
hook me
really
up. Put a
give a
brother on.
No.
You see the documentary about Chris Rock and
It'd be like
What's
this.
his name?
This would be
Kevin
Duke's
Hart?
version. Duke's
Like,
version of
pushed
your
him on.
video. Hello, buy my book.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what it would be.
There you go. That's what's up.
Buy my book.
Anyway,
There
so what's going on with the chat, Stu? Who's in there? What's happening?
Loads of people are in there. We've got SLH, No Addiction, Seeley, Philip Taylor, James Butler, Deck, Rainy Lamb, and Antonio has just joined.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there
So,
you
Yeah,
go.
what's
for
up,
the,
people?
for the listeners who have just joined us, we're giving away prizes tonight to the people in the chat, but not everyone. You've got to
Not
contribute to
everyone.
the chat. You basically, it's very,
Yeah.
very biased because Stu is going to write some names down.
That
and
is
just pick
right.
very
I'm going to
subjective.
choose out of all these names
Yeah.
who's like been
So
chatting the
make
most.
sure you contribute to the
who's
chat. We could have
Yeah.
somebody on the show. I don't know if we want somebody on the show. We could just
Yeah,
bring
that's fine
someone
with
on.
me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a random show tonight. It's just
random.
I guess so.
Christmas.
Random.
Yeah. I've got my Turkish delight. I've got my
is
second
so
bar. I'm
tandem.
saving that for later.
Susan
So
just
that's
said,
what I'm doing.
Chinny just made me laugh. I know that, Stu. I'm not a fucking boomer. There you go.
Well,
That's,
Well, I'm not so sure about that. But there you go.
Take it home with you.
so what we're talking about? What's the gist?
Video games, I guess, at some point. I don't know.
We can talk about video games. I haven't
Yeah.
played much, so we can talk about video games to get it started.
I
Let me know
have.
in the chat or the Discord if you want to join us, and
Yeah,
then
what have you been
or
playing,
or
people?
DM me on Discord or somewhere. I
Yeah.
don't know, but if you want to
Anywhere.
join, let
Figure
me
it out.
know. Let me
In
know.
the
Yeah.
chat, wherever you like, just
Yes.
let us know.
Yes.
I don't know.
That's
Okay,
right.
so let's talk about video games while I sort out the chats.
Yeah, you
if
do
somebody
that.
wants to
Duke,
join.
come on, Duke. Tell us
Right.
what you've been playing.
So there's this game called Rocket League.
Oh, really?
There's nothing new about it. Don't worry. I ain't going to talk about it because there's
Thank
nothing to
God.
Thank God.
say. The game is filled with sour children, but that's not news. But I did. So Fortnite's become this like platform, as I say. And someone last week
Yes.
was like, hey, everybody, Duke, you might like Lego Fortnite because it's kind of like Valheim.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. So I've been giving Lego Fortnite a try. And it's good. Like it's a well-made game. They know what they're doing when it comes to making games. The biggest problem I had was when you start off, like it's like any other game. You get rock, you get wood, and you build stuff, and you can build tools. Your tools break pretty quickly. So like I made a wooden axe, and then like it broke after like chopping down like 5 trees. I was like, God damn, are you kidding me? So you can't make a stone axe. You need to upgrade your workbench to make a better axe. So, you're grinding to get stuff to make the workbench better. And it's, it's a lot like other games, but in a lot of other games, you can like make a better axe once you get slightly better materials. Not in this game. So that's a little frustrating. And you can't make a better sword right away. So I finally upgraded the workbench. I was like, okay, I have a better axe. I have a better pickaxe. But the sword was just a wooden sword. And it continues to be a wooden sword. And so I'm like, all right, that's not useful because it, again, breaks very quickly. So you got to make like 3 swords to take with you. It's just like, fuck out of here. So whatever, like it's fine, it's good. And then like you make this like shack as your first home, right? It's like a pre-made shack, but it's Lego, so it's got to have like different sections to it. So you put the foundation down, and then you're building the supports and this and that. And it's fine, everything was okay. And then I was like, then it unlocks like regular foundations, regular walls, regular roof, and I'm like, okay, I'll make myself a little shack. And then I'm advancing some other stuff, and then you upgrade the town or something, and you get access to like more pre-made homes. And I was like, why did I spend all my time making this little shit shack when you were about to give me a decent house blueprint this other way? So I was just like, I don't know, kind of frustrating. It would be cool if people could see what the game was like.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I know, yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be nice?
Sorry. I'm making a bloody list of prize winners and stuff.
He's probably making another Twitter
I thought
video.
Stu was taking care of that.
Yeah, I've got my list here.
No, I'm making it for the Patreons. I'm putting them in the reel.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm doing stuff.
Are you checking it twice, Ginny? Is that what you're doing?
So anyway, it follows that pattern of like, you can get certain things in the area you start in, and then you got to roam around and get different things in order to upgrade stuff. And you need wolf claws in order to make this, and then you need shells from these rollers in order to make that. The combat's pretty satisfying. The aesthetics of it are pretty good. I'm having enough fun with it. I'm not probably going to play it too much, but it's good for what it is, and it's a nice, I don't know. I think I've plateaued with New World, like the DLC came out and I'm not getting that shit yet. And it's not even on sale in the winter sale. I'm like, what's up with y'all? Come on, put it on sale.
They don't need to put it on sale.
Amazon.
No,
bitches.
they do not.
So anyway, so it's scratching that itch of like, a game where I can play online and like level up and stuff. So if anybody wants to play some Lego Fortnite, maybe you could build in the same area or something. I don't know. It's free, so
it's free. That's a good starting point, isn't it? Good point of entry.
Sure. I haven't been back to the rocket racing. I played one. I was like, because now they got the Fortnite with no building in it, and it's like back to the roots, right? Just Battle Royale. And I was like, all right, it's been a while since I've tried this. I'll give it a shot. Dropped in, bam, dead right away. I was like, fuck, you know what? There's a reason I'll play Battle Royale games. Fuck this shit. So, that's Lego Fortnite. Thank you to whoever recommended I check it out. You were right. It's fun.
So I'm going to do this like a plaster because Susan's going to be unhappy. But you know what? It's Christmas. I can do what the hell I like. I'm on the show. You're not on the show.
Bastard.
It's my fucking show. If I want to talk about something that I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about it.
Don't get bullied by Susan.
Oh,
I'm not. I'm bloody not. Telling you.
I'm with you, Susan. I don't think you should talk about it, but So
here we go. So it was time. We finished Alan Wake, the first one.
Did you play DLC? Did you play DLC?
No, I didn't play the DLC. But
can't be asked.
I thought I can't wait any longer, man. It's a Game of the Year contender, so I've got to get it in. So I thought, finally, I'm going to play Alan Wake 2. So installed it on the external hard drive. That was mistake number 1.
On the external?
Yeah, because I have like a PS4 external hard drive.
You shouldn't have done that. That's
probably a bad idea.
Why'd you do that?
Well, because I didn't have enough room left on my internal one, I was like, it'll be fine.
No, it won't.
Be fine. No, it won't be fine. So
what's the matter, kid? You got wax in your ears?
It took 3 goes because it wouldn't install on the original folder. Then I had to create a new folder. Then when I finally
Someday,
did
listeners,
get it
we'll get Stu talking about a game.
No, honestly,
here's the game.
It was
but
painful.
There's always got to be a 20-minute prologue about the installation and the
So anyway, got it installed, started it up.
Yes.
It was unbelievably bad. So what was happening was the textures weren't coming in, right? And then if you wanted to look at the map, it took about 2 minutes for the map to appear. That's how long it took to load in. I'm like, this is unplayable. So uninstalled that, freed some space upon my actual SSD on the motherboard, and was like, I've just got to do it properly.
Now, sorry, what did you get rid of? What had been on there?
Do you know? I can't think what I deleted. Oh, it was Resident Evil 3 was still installed, so I deleted.
Oh, dude, you got to keep that.
RE3 got deleted, and there was something else, a couple of other smaller games. So that freed up enough space because it needs 80 gigs. 80 gigs.
Okay, right.
Installed it again. So I thought, get the fucking game installed. Played it.
Yeah, get it in there.
Ran perfectly. In fact, considering that this computer's now 4 years old and it's got a 2060 in it and it's not the most up-to-date stuff, you know what I mean? I was massively impressed on how well it runs on. It's only on medium settings, mind you. High was not good. High was not good.
Yeah.
Medium settings, though, runs fine. Looks fucking gorgeous. Can I just say, the first thing you see when you start this game up is it's like, Norman Reedus in Death Stranding.
Yeah.
It's like a bigger, hairier version of him coming out of a lake. So basically, the start of this game, you're controlling this big, fat, naked dude walking out of the lake. That is the opening scene of the game, right?
I don't know that you're really convincing SLH she's got to play this game, man.
So,
what if you saw a big, hairy, naked dude?
So big, hairy, naked, fat dude, right? You're controlling him up into the forest. You get to the forest. He gets attacked by shadow people, like in the first game. Then they strap him to a table, stab the shit out of him, rip his heart out. So, I mean, it doesn't end well.
No.
It doesn't end well for this guy. Now, I'm not going to spoil it because, I don't know whether Chinny might ever play this.
I will, yeah. I want to play it soon. I want to play it soon, yeah.
So I'm not going to spoil it.
You already know about the big, fat, naked guy.
I already know that you play as a different
and you can see him in this scene now because you have to go and investigate the crime scene.
Lovely.
So you're playing as a lady called Saga Anderson. I was going to say, I keep wanting to call her Henderson, but it's not Henderson, it's Anderson. Saga Anderson. And she's not hairy, can I just say? She's quite normal.
Not that you know.
Not that I'm aware of.
She could be down there.
She could. Well,
it's her right, Stu.
Maybe
she could have hairy armpits.
People for their choices.
She may be hairy.
But females don't have to adhere to shaving everything for us.
No, they don't.
They
can
fascist
do whatever
beauty
they want.
standards.
Yeah, I'm assuming that she's hairy unless I know otherwise. That's
all right. Can we move on to the rest of the game, please?
I want to talk about how hairy
we're
this
spending
woman
20
is.
minutes talking about how hairy people are. Jesus fucking Christ. Game of the year contender. Well, let's talk about the amount of hair on people.
So you sort of do all this stuff like investigating the scene of the crime to get evidence. It's not that difficult. So it's not like crazy complicated or anything. You just have to look at all the crime scene and.
How many tractors have you fought so far?
None. There's no tractors in this game so far. No alive tractors, which is good. No possessed objects. I played it for 9 hours already, and I haven't fought an inanimate object yet. So it's mainly shadow creatures, and there's not a lot of fighting. I've got to say, it doesn't do anywhere near as much fighting as the original game. So there's not a lot of combat. But anyway, right, so you've got this place, you go to the mind place, right, which is this place where she amasses all of the shit, right, all the evidence that's picked up, and then she pieces it all together. And then she does insight. So, like, if you get a sort of a suspect or a character like you want to know more about, you can do this insight thing, which is really, really cool.
It's like Batman's thing, I assume.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's super cool detective thing, and I kind of really like that. And you look at all the pictures from the scene and all that, and the autopsy reports and all that kind of jive.
Duke, it's more like you go into like a conspiracy room where you can join the ropes to pictures and stuff.
Oh, okay. You got red string.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's cool.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
It is red.
And you've got to put them in the right place, so you sort of gives you an idea of where it should go, and then you've got to work it out. And there's all branching paths and stuff. It's cool. It's super cool.
Okay.
So that's her bit. Well, you don't play as Alan Wake till you're probably getting 5 hours into the game before Alan Wake.
But he doesn't want to spoil it. He doesn't want to spoil it.
Well,
is it fun to play?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, apart from the fact it's probably the best looking game I've ever seen, quite honestly. It's honestly
okay. Because I'll be honest, like I'm looking at the stream, like there were 2 people walking through the woods, and now we're looking at like a board of paneling with some pictures on it.
Yeah, but that's
maybe I haven't seen the part with the amazing graphics. I don't know.
And the graphics do look totally incredible. The lighting's amazing. Particle effects look just phenomenal, and the facial animations and the mocap stuff is just incredible. I mean, it does this thing. So what they've done it's like, right, they got every game they've ever made and mashed it all together into one game. That's
Stu,
literally what this is.
SLH asked me to play this, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it for her.
Stuart, stop whining about minor aesthetic details.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's like they mashed every single game they've ever made together, right?
Yes.
And then when I'll be honest, right? In the original Alan Wake, they kind of tried to set a serious tone. We discussed this, didn't we, Chini? That they wanted to be taken seriously. Otherwise,
did we?
This game, well, kind of. This
We didn't
game.
really talk about it much, so.
This game is like they went, how batshit crazy can we make this? That is literally this game. It is just. There's a part of the game where I just sat there and was like, I can't believe this is a thing.
Is that other detective bloody Sam Lake?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it
Oh
totally
my
looks like him,
God,
by the way.
Sam.
It looks. He's not his voice.
He
can
can't
we just
help
say.
himself, can he?
No, he's fully Sam Lake.
He has to put himself in the game all the time.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He's not only in it like this though, because there's live action parts of the game,
I'm sure there is.
and he's totally in those as well.
I bet.
He's totally in those. What's great though, I mean, there's all the crossover stuff with the Federal Bureau of Control. That's all in the tick boxes, and the Alan Wake bit's just great so far, but they're just batshit crazy, and it's all mega. I mean, Duke would hate this game. I mean, I'm telling you now, Duke would absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and
hate
just stay away on principle.
Because
Yes, thank you.
It's about as meta as a game could possibly ever get. I mean, that's literally.
I don't know,
this
man. Is it
game.
more than the Stanley Terrible? Because that game's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
fucking meta,
it's
dude.
more meta than the Stanley Terrible. I would have
Oh,
said.
dude.
You would absolutely hate it, but I absolutely love it. And I'll be honest, if it carries on like this, I think that Cyberpunk is probably out as my potential game of the year at this point. I'm
You
telling you now.
Dirty, and that's a that's a DLC, Stu, so it wouldn't count, would it?
Well, it kind of counts.
No,
it's
it
it's
doesn't
it's more story than most full games, to be honest.
Wouldn't count,
So
wouldn't count.
I count it. I count it. I
Okay,
count it because
sure.
Phantom Liberty's so good. But this is just. Do you know what I think's amazing, right? As we know, with a lot of
Your
AAA
ability
games.
to carry on talking about this?
No. With a lot of
pretty
AAA
amazing.
games these days, right?
Yeah.
The publisher goes, no, you can't do that because it's not going to sell, or you can't do that because it's just ridiculous, or you can't do that because like it's just fucking no, right? It's like they just got free reign to do whatever the fuck they wanted. It's just like, yeah, it's fine, just do that. Yeah, no, I'll sign off on that. Yeah, I don't care, it's fine. And I'm just like amazed what they've what they've put into this. It's like they were just allowed to do. They had total free reign, and they could do whatever they want. And Epic Games, who's obviously published this and funded
Yeah.
it, from what I can gather, just went, yeah, we don't care, just do what you want.
It's fine.
Yeah,
don't care.
and I love that because it just feels like total creativity overdrive. It's like they were just allowed to do whatever the hell they wanted, and for that reason, I think it's just brilliant. Yeah, I genuinely think Epic just threw a load of money at them and was like, "Don't let us know what you're doing because we don't care. We're not bothered."
Rainy Lamb in the chat says it looks bang average.
No, well, do you know what, Rainy Lamb? You're wrong.
You just don't know what you're looking
There you
at.
go.
dude.
You
Excuse
can
me,
have
Stu.
you can have an opinion, but it's wrong.
Rainy Lamb is the reigning world snooker virtual champion. Okay, so don't fucking talk
I
to
don't
him.
care what it is. I don't care what
Hey.
it is.
I tried, Rainy Lamb.
Stick it
Anyway,
up his ass.
yeah.
That's all I'm
Are
saying.
we ready to give away? I'm going to spin a wheel for the Patreons.
Spin the wheel. By the way, I'm just
Okay.
can I just a minute,
Just a minute.
I'm
just
just
a
crossing
minute.
Rainy Lamb off the list.
No, don't do that.
I've done it. I've
No.
done it. It's too late. It's crossed
That's
out.
so mean.
I am mean.
That is just in.
I am now
Oh my
the
god.
I'm the Grinch.
Wow.
I'm Scrooge.
You can
rolled
win
into
something
one.
if we like what you say, if you agree with our opinions.
No. No.
You don't agree with
Sorry,
us, so
Rainy
you
Lamb.
can't
Well, he'll
win
have to
things.
redeem
Well,
himself.
maybe-
I might reinstate him. I might
Yeah,
reinstate him.
maybe I'll feel
Oh,
sorry
yeah.
for him.
Say something amazing about Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
and
or me.
talk
You can
about
you can
how-
flatter me.
oh,
I'm fine with
right.
that as well.
Yeah, your
Okay.
hair is so gorgeous.
So we've got a wheel up on the screen. You'll see it in a
All
sec.
right.
So
Yeah,
these
drum roll.
are active Patreons. I have put John Wilson in there because he's done for 3 months, so he gets another T-shirt. He's already had a T-shirt. 'cause he
Okay,
bought one.
okay.
But he's going to get another T-shirt. Matt Bond is going to get a T-shirt as well, and a chap called Value. I don't know who that is. He's just called Value
Okay.
on Patreon. They're going to get T-shirts
Yeah.
because they've been subscribing on our Patreon for 3 months. Nix21 says
Sure.
Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. But this is the list of our active Patreons. So not the ones who are following us for free. No, the ones
Yeah,
that
not the
follow
ones
us
who
for
just
free,
started
not
just wandering
them.
in like, what, win something?
John Wilson
No.
just said, I joined this and I heard my name, Freaky. Yes, I've just... So,
Yeah.
John, you're included in this
John Wilson.
prize draw. So I'm going to
John
spin the
Wilson.
wheel. I'm going to shuffle the names,
John
right?
Wilson, John Wilson.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. So it's nice and fair.
John Wilson.
And then I'm going to spin the wheel. So good
It
luck
is
to
pay to
all the
win.
patrons.
All right, here we go.
So we're going to spin it. It's going to be a bit of a delay for you guys. So the winner is Declan McCloskey. So, Deck, I need to write down that you've won somewhere. Stu, can you
Congratulations,
write that
Deck.
down?
I can. I'll
We
put
love
a
you,
winners
Declan.
thing here at the bottom.
put a
there,
winner's
yeah.
thing. So, Deck, I'll remove you from this wheel. Maybe we'll spin it again for the other page.
So what does he get? What's he getting?
He's going to get
A
bloody-
prize.
I was just going to look around and see what I've got. A smoky bacon wrapper.
He's got an
of
old
crisps.
cell phone.
No, he's
I've
going to get...
got a Nokia here, 302010 or
Yeah,
whatever
there
it
you
is.
Can you
Yeah,
write next to
There
his
you go.
name, Stu? Can you write next to his name that he's going
Yeah,
to win
yeah.
a voucher for the platform of his choice?
Oh, yeah.
£20. £20 voucher for the platform.
Three
of his
pence.
choice. 20
You can get whatever
pence.
you want. Yeah.
Now look what you could have won. So
20p,
Yeah.
you said, didn't you? 20p.
20p.
There you go, 20p.
So we might do another roll for the patrons. But Stu, do you want to pick a winner for the chat so far?
So a winner for the chat. Oh my god, this is difficult.
See, now you got to do
Uh-oh.
it. We might have
Oh
some
my
more winners
God.
later on. I'm
Oh
just
my
saying, just pick
God.
one for now.
I'm gonna pick one. Right for being very critical of me. I'm gonna pick Rainy Lamb. I'm just gonna do it. I'm feeling
Rainy
generous.
Lamb.
I'm feeling
Lamb.
generous.
So Rainy Lamb.
Speedboat. He's got a speedboat.
So
He's won.
Rainy Lamb will win a T-shirt. So Rainy Lamb, you just won a T-shirt. You've got to let me know
Yay.
what size you are, though, Scott, because
Yeah.
I need to know. So yeah, let me know what size you are, and you'll get a T-shirt. He's just said, "Fucking love you, Stu."
Of course you do. Of
Yeah,
course you
yeah.
do now.
Now.
You do now. So
Yeah. So just let me
Yeah.
know what size you are, Rainy Lamb, and I'll send a T-shirt. And obviously your address, but you can DM me in the old Discords for that. That's fine. Someone says, "Oh, you should link to your Patreons." Oh yeah, Sealy said you should link to your Patreon on the Discord. I don't know if we do on the Discord. To be fair, maybe we should.
Do it now.
No idea.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
I
you
can't-
should.
yeah, but it's on the show notes. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's
Eh.
I don't know. Who knows?
What do we look like? People who have links to things?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
type
like-
in Veteran Gamers Patreon. It'll come up.
Do we look like people who want to
What
make more money?
not lazy?
Yes. So there you go. So we got 2 prizes to give away already.
Yeah.
Rainy Lamb says the Alan Wake game still looks rank.
Nah, whatever. Actually, I've changed my mind.
No, you can't change your mind
Ah,
now.
you can't take back. Nope, it's not how it works,
No.
baby.
Okay.
Make it happen.
Uh,
Give them that shit.
Excellent. So
There you go. See, that's how
yeah,
you win.
thanks,
Just give
everybody.
me shit, and then you win a prize.
yeah,
That's how it works.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
All right. So, Chinny, you've been playing anything?
Yeah, Chinny.
I have been
Or
playing
Rollerdrome?
a little bit of Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of Minecraft.
On the Veteran VG Hub server.
The VG Hub server is back on, and it's back
Oh,
on
yeah.
till the end of Jan, I think. Hold
Okay.
on, wait for it. I hate that sound effect because you have to wait for the.
I know.
Yeah, you do.
Well,
It's really annoying.
yep.
Yes, so I've been
I can
pottering
play this one
around.
instead. You don't have to wait for
This
this
is a
one.
song for the people that never
Oh,
believed in me.
tune.
No, no.
What a tune that is. And we won't get a copyright strike for that.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, so I've been dipping in there. I haven't put a lot of time into it, but I have managed to
To finish the Statue of Trinity, though.
No, I haven't finished the Statue of Trinity. It's still sort of. I kind of see it as
Never
like
will.
my Mount Rushmore. Do you know?
Yeah, it should be done
No,
by
because
now.
Mount
though.
Rushmore
Come
got
on.
finished at some
Come
point.
No, it
on.
didn't.
It's
It never got
your-
finished.
What? Was there supposed to be more on
The
it?
original was supposed to be their whole body.
Oh,
So
interesting. I
hence
didn't know that.
why
Okay.
I see it as my Mount Rushmore. It never got finished.
Oh,
they
okay,
just
fair
they
enough.
just went, this is fucking hard. and then couldn't be asked to finish it.
Fuck this guy. You know who it is. Just
You know,
pretend
you
you
get.
know
We did the faces, okay?
You know what I want to know? This is what I want to know about Mount Rushmore.
What do you want to know?
Because when was that originally done, Duke? You might know the answer to this. When was that originally created?
I don't fucking know. 1920. I don't know.
Yeah, but long time
Fucking
ago.
ages ago.
In a time when it was probably difficult to see something that, from the distance. I mean, I know you could walk 100 miles down the valley to have a look at it.
Sorry, it was a time when it was hard to see something from a distance?
No, because when you're doing that up close, how do you know you've got the scale right? You know
I
what
see
I
what
mean?
you're saying. In terms of like making it.
Yeah, because how do you
Right, he couldn't have a camera
like...
from a distance.
No,
presumably they had a model and then they just transposed the lengths of the things from. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's just such a weird thing, isn't it? How do you do something that big and it looks
done from
right?
1927 and 1941.
Fucking hell, that took a long time, and he still didn't finish it.
And it was done on the Lakota mountainside known as Tunkasila Sakpe, or Six Grandfathers. So fuck your six grandfathers. Here's some faces of the presidents who took your fucking land, stupid Lakota.
Brilliant. It is cool, though. I mean, it's cool that someone made that and it looks right. That's what always fascinates me with stuff like that. It's like, how did you know it's going to look right when you're doing it up close and you're just chipping away at bits of stone? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're acting like he just went up there with like a vague idea of what he wanted to do.
A hammer and a chisel.
Are we doing
left?
Lincoln? Washington? Which ones we doing?
I've knocked half his nostril off.
Are we doing John Hancock? Are we doing here? Anyway. Minecraft. I've been dipping into the Minecraft server. I've played it long enough to sort of know, okay, this is what I want to do, which I'm doing my underground my underground farm, which is a battery farm to kill and murder as many cows and
I've got to remember you setting this up.
So my thing was SLH has got a lovely plot where it's all friendly for the animals and its flowers, and I needed to balance the server with evil.
Yeah, I think you do.
I
do.
With some genocide of cows.
So I was like, I want to make a farm underground, and then I realised, they need grass to eat. So okay, I'll make a glass roof, and I quite like the grass roof because it gives the animals a bit of hope by looking up and going, there is an outside world, but they have no chance of getting there. And you also with the glass roof, people can have a look down and see all the miserable animals. So it's a good fun addition to it. It's one of them. So I'm enjoying it again. I'm just working on that farm at the moment. The Statue of Trinity is it's a very daunting task because what I decided to do was to replace all the stone with I wanted my face, so anything that was skin to be gold. And I wanted my blue jeans to be that blue thing. I don't know what it is. And then I think my top is diamonds. So it's quite expensive and hard. It's quite a difficult task to get done. So it's fun. But yeah.
So by the way, have you got chickens in your battery farm? Have you got some chickens?
I will do. I've sort of abandoned. There was some chickens, and then I just killed them all because it was funny. And then I've decided to just, sort it out basically and get it sorted before I put the animals back in. So I've been enjoying that again. I know Pilch. I listened to Pilch on the Seal podcast the other day. It was quite an old episode. I'm about 2-3 behind. And I know that he's been in quite a few hours in a day or a week. So he's been getting into it. I know Susan's been getting into it. It's a good laugh. So if you do want to join our Minecraft server, just let us know.
Come be a part of it.
I'll
be a
send
part of
you
history. You can ride my roller coaster.
Yeah, and it's just one of them. It's just you probably, if you go into the server, there probably won't be anybody in there. There's never anybody in there. There's not that many people, but there are some impressive buildings. People
have done good work on there.
It's really good.
How's mine looking? Is it still standing?
I haven't been over to yours for a bit, to be fair.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Derelict now because I've not been on for so long.
Nothing happens to Minecraft land that's derelict. It's not as though raccoons move in or anything.
I think they should do. That should happen, I reckon. That'd be fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Doesn't.
Every time I mention this, Tara says, is that the one where you built that statue and somebody put a massive dick on it? I was like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
That is the one. That is the one.
I took the dick down. It didn't adhere to rules and regulations. So, and I'm not happy with the. I forgot who built it. Is it Audrex? Is it who built the hotel opposite my Statue of Liberty?
Probably.
Oh yeah.
And it's way bigger. It's way bigger than my statue. That was a.
Yeah, it is.
That was a. There was nothing there. There was no. There was absolutely. I was like, I'm building.
That's why you chose to build there.
Yeah,
and
I
he
want to
said,
build the tallest
I
thing
see
around
you.
here, and then he built this massive hotel. But I've come to terms that the hotel is there because of the amount of traffic and
People want to see
People-
Chinity when they stay in the hotel.
yeah, they want to go
That
there.
is.
We have
that
a
is.
lovely view of Chinny's crotch.
Yeah,
Oh God, yeah. My house was full of snowmen, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
As I said, because it was really high up.
that's right.
All right, and
Um,
happy Christmas. Thanks.
So yeah, I think Antonio said he wants to show his face into the show.
Yeah, why not?
So Antonio, can you?
Japan.
There's no reason why I played that.
I don't know if unless
He might
somebody
have the
else-
link. Has he not got the
I
link?
need your advice.
Yeah, he might still have the link.
See, I got this
He might
friend
still have the
named
link.
Joey Jojo Junior Shabadoo.
Stu,
Yeah,
I
I
haven't.
Worst
name I ever heard.
I haven't. Jesus Christ, dude.
Joey Jojo.
So long.
Well, I don't know
Wow,
what y'all
man.
spending time talking about. Oh, I think you the button and invite him this way. And audiences don't want to hear that shit.
Well, no, but they'd
thought it'd
rather
be
hear
something
your
entertaining.
fucking noise that makes your head
Sure,
hurt.
why not?
Right,
What you
so,
say.
Stuart, do you know if anybody else has said they want to jump on? I can't.
No, no one yet. No one.
No one. Okay.
Nobody.
Well,
Nobody.
Antonio said he's going to.
Nobody likes us. Nobody wants
No
to
one-
talk to
everyone
us. Nobody wants
hates
to be a
us.
part of this train
Hates
wreck.
us.
I wouldn't. Be
Oh,
Come on
surprised.
in and talk about Alan Wake too. Why not? Why
Why
don't people want to come and
not?
talk about? We can talk about Rocket League,
Yeah.
Lego Fortnite.
Antonio, can you just message me on Discord or something?
Well, I was
can't
going to
find
say
it.
I can just send it him on Discord, the message, or
I
on
don't know. Yeah,
Twitch
but
or
just
Twitter or
message-
X.
I don't know.
X.
I don't know. I've been playing Minecraft.
I'll send him
okay?
on
Welcome
X.
to Veteran Gamers, where we talk about
If,
how to.
I'll
get
tell you
in
what.
touch
If
with
there was a bingo game where you had to sort
I
of.
love it. Can I just say, I love the
Stu, I'm
fact.
talking.
It would have.
I'm
it's
sorry.
interrupting people.
I'm sorry. I'm
Stu
only saying because
interrupting Chinny.
Antonio said, "Will do, lad." Like he sounds so old now, doesn't he?
So-
Will do, lad.
If
Okay,
there should be
lad.
a bingo game where maybe we'll do this for New Year's, the next week's show, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Where we do a bingo card, right? And everybody gets to fill it out or like cross it off. Where every time Stu interrupts someone, every
There you
time
go.
Duke
Every time
plays,
Duke plays a
a
horrible sound effect,
that,
it's too
that,
loud.
That well, me and Stu are talking. Duke just plays a sound effect.
Random.
All right? And every time I talk about, like getting technical and sending links and like talking about the Patreon or something. Yeah.
No, talking about your
Yeah.
baby. That's a
Oh,
good one.
baby, oh my
No, he
God.
doesn't talk about it very much.
Baby.
Chinny is so self-conscious. He like intentionally doesn't talk about his baby. It kind of drives me nuts because his baby's very cute, and
Very
I'm
cute.
curious to know more about the
Very
baby.
cute. She's very cute.
Ooh, Antonio's in bed.
Oh,
Oh my
yes.
god. We can't do sexy time.
Sure, we can.
mm.
Why not?
Oh no!
It's
I've
Christmas.
I've just posted the Zoom link in the chat.
Woo! Mind you, no one's going to come in, so who cares?
Everybody
No,
just
people
jump on
come
in.
People
I
come
did
in.
that
I don't know.
totally by accident.
But
so
That's
you
brilliant.
can like, is there a waiting room? You like let people in?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Just
find out.
come on
We'll
in,
see.
everyone. You're all welcome.
Everybody's got the link. Hey, those of you who posted like porn spam links, come on in. To our
yeah,
Zoom.
come on into the Zoom
News
chat.
alert: from college dropout to king of the cannibals. What the fuck?
Oh, I can enable a waiting
Okay.
room. So there's a waiting room, just so we don't get no
Yes.
randos. Okay.
Right
great.
there you go.
I don't think we'll get any random.
How does Zoom work? Anybody know how Zoom works? Let us know,
That's
please.
Zoom.
Yeah. So
TikTok,
yeah,
Zoom, all these platforms are so confusing.
I don't know. If you want to join, just join the link and I'll see you.
Yeah,
later.
the link's in the chat now, so just come
No
on
one
in.
cares,
We
no
don't
one
care.
you don't even need
No,
to get
it's
permission.
Christmas.
Join
So
us.
Yes,
yeah, we'll
join
do
us.
for next week's show. We'll do a VG bingo, I think.
Yeah,
let's
why
do
not?
that.
We'll have a
I'm
think
not
about
doing that. I'm not.
No, the listeners can do it. Well,
No, the list. Oh God.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm not making up the bingo card. I don't have time.
No,
for
I,
that.
not. Do you think I have time?
Yeah.
Do you
no,
think
it's
Who's
I
gonna
have
make
time?
the bingo card?
I'll
Then?
still
got time
do it
for
though
that.
because I'm dedicated.
dedicated.
Oh well, I appreciate that. Go ahead. You do it with your bad ass.
Anyway, I'm playing Minecraft.
Anyway.
It's great. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Sealy says, haven't used Zoom since
I'm a
the
potato.
family quiz nights in 2020,
Well, we
COVID
use it
time.
every
Yeah.
week.
We use it
There
every
you go.
week.
Every
Um,
week.
We've come a long way. We've used all sorts of shit when you think about it. It started on, I don't know, Skype. Is that even still a thing? Skype.
Well, they got kind of stomped by Zoom.
Yeah, it
during
did.
COVID.
Yeah.
Skype. Then we used
no,
Discord
Skype isn't,
for a while.
because it's Teams now, isn't it? From Microsoft, that's what they do.
Ah, so
Oh, did
Skype
they
has
change
gone
it to
altogether,
Teams?
hasn't it?
Mm.
Wow, SLH has volunteered to make the bingo card.
There you
Yes.
go.
You
Go, SLH.
Thank you, Susan.
Look at SLH being all awesome.
Yeah, thank you. You do that.
Yeah.
You got full reign. Yeah, I don't know where Antonio is. He's like said he. Oh no, he's here. I forgot I had no.
He's been sitting in the waiting room.
Sorry,
And
man.
where
Is
the
it
fuck is
funny?
he?
This is how
Come
long.
on.
Can I just say, this is how long we've been doing the
Screen's gonna be all
show.
fucked up.
Because Seeley says, wasn't Skype like the original Zoom? This is how long this is how old we are. Because like some of the people in chat don't even know what Skype is.
I'm sure.
All right, Antonio's here now.
What's a
Time to
joke?
start.
That is horrible. How's everyone doing? Hello.
Welcome, A.
Welcome
Hi.
to my
I like the
bedroom since I
balaclava.
can't use my office, mate. It's winter in
Yeah.
Scotland. It's freezing.
Do you think I can? I don't know what gives that message there, Antonio, at all.
You couldn't tell, mate.
I'm from North Kiltown.
I will say I think the winds are bad actually. So I went to Edinburgh Castle today to like see the light shows and stuff. I nearly lost his hat off the top of the Edinburgh
Oh,
Castle, man.
no.
It's mental.
Hello,
everyone.
That's
Hello.
crazy.
Antonio, my story about
Hi.
Edinburgh Castle. You know, at
Yes.
1 o'clock they shoot.
Everyone
that,
needs one. Everyone needs
They
one.
shoot that gun right at 1 o'clock, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
they've been shooting this gun for bloody years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except for a Sunday. I don't think they shoot it on a Sunday. And they shoot it at 1 p.m. because that's the cheapest time to shoot it because they only have to use one bullet, right? Anyway, we got there, and we was waiting for this gun, and this guy in front of me, he had this like tripod, and then he pulled out another tripod, and he had 2 cameras on this gun, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
And it was built up, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, the gun's going, right?" And then it came, he did the thing, he did the stomp, didn't shoot,
Brilliant.
and it's the first time it's never shot ever.
Really?
Right? And they said, "Look, this has
You're
never
bad
happened
luck. You
before."
jinxed it, Chinny.
So I said to Tara, "I want to see that gun shoot. I'm going in there tomorrow, without pain, right? So
You owe me.
So I went up to the woman. I said, she says, "Oh, you got to pay." Da, da, da. I was like, "No, we were
No,
here
I do
yesterday."
not. I paid yesterday,
That-
and your
I
gun
said-
didn't go off. So
I
fuck
said,
you, lady.
They said we could come in because the gun didn't shoot yesterday, all right?
Brilliant.
And she let you in.
She said, "Who?" She says, "The staff when we was at the gun yesterday.
The
we was
guy
right
with
there."
the
She says, "I can show you
beef eater."
pictures. We were right there." And she just went,
Show you
"No."
pictures. Like that's proof.
I said, "No, it's okay. Just go in, right?"
Beautiful.
No one said I could go in. No one.
You did a Darren Brown.
Of course
on it,
not.
that's what
Antonio, you
did.
can use that, Antonio.
Bam.
Yeah, good to
Yesterday,
know.
They said I could come back. I have
That's
a
good to
picture
know.
of me here.
Anyway, Antonio, how are you?
Very well, fellas. Good to hear your voice, Ian. I haven't been on the show in a very long time, so it's good to see everyone. Hello.
That's good.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to see
Is that
everyone.
your
Good
bed?
morrow to you.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
our
a,
bed,
that's
mate.
a very
Yes.
ornate bed head.
carved
It
it
is.
from a tree that fell over.
It hurts when I bought it for us. Let's just say that it's not 3 figures. Let's just say that.
It
But
looks
it
like
is nice. It is nice.
it looks
is
like
It's nice. Nice.
Beautiful carved.
yeah, it's all
antlers,
carved wooden.
deer and
So it
Yeah.
looks like
circular.
I don't know.
floral
If
patterns.
Game of Thrones had a house of wood. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
It is.
Like-
It is.
Antonio's
That's what
bed.
it is.
Antonio's bed.
Yeah.
It's a little beauty.
Antonio's bed.
Seeley says that Antonio is looking like a hacker from Watch Dogs or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
well, Siri
I
is
am
named
the
after a
GTA
mattress
hacker, I'm
company,
afraid.
so-
Yeah.
Don't check. Everyone check
Yeah.
your fire sticks. I am the GTA hacker.
So how's life up in Scotland?
All good, brother. All good. Freezing is like I said, but all good, mate. All
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Looking to move back home eventually, but
Uh-huh.
that'll happen when it happens.
What's your favorite thing about living in Scotland?
This is going to sound very strange, but at least I don't know about the US, but at least in England, water is a thing you pay, obviously, how you use it. But in Scotland, it's part of your council tax, so you just pay it once and
Aw,
then you
yeah.
completely forget about it.
Well, Hannibal Buress had a bit about that. He's like, I got infinite water. I can just turn it on and let it run forever. I don't have to pay for it. So why don't we bottle it up and send it to third world countries? I don't need infinite
That's a
water.
good
I need about
idea.
infinity -2 of water.
But
Yeah,
the
well,
weird
that's
enough,
great.
that is
So
the best
free
part
water.
of Scotland, in my opinion. That you don't technically pay for water if you catch my drift.
All right.
If you catch my drift.
There you
Besides
go.
that,
Are
it's
you-
not
are
worth
you,
it. Don't
like-
live here.
Got some sort of weird water scam going on or something?
Yeah, all his friends come over and they just water it up.
No, I'm just very anal about how much water costs back in England.
Are you doing like a Del Boy? You know where Del Boy sort of bottles up water and sells it. You know?
No, that's actually a good idea. It was
Why
under something,
not?
I think.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what
something.
most water companies do. To be fair,
It is
Yeah.
true.
Exactly.
That's true. That's all they do.
Your
That's
Lake
all they
Water
do.
brand is just some guy.
Since we're
in a
now the Veteran
bathtub.
Gamer Water podcast, I will say I did notice when we moved here Scottish water does taste nicer than
It
English
is
water
nicer,
for some
isn't it?
reason.
It is
Oh,
nicer, yeah.
snap.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
yeah.
nicer.
Shots
100%.
fired.
Like Scottish
Yeah.
water,
Water
like just
Wars.
comes out like it's air, like it's
Out
Exactly.
of the spring, straight out of the spring.
straight out
Exactly.
the bloody river. It is.
Exactly,
Spring.
man.
That's because in
Alright,
in
then.
England we use a lot of boreholes to get water, which have got a lot of like calcium deposits and stuff like that in it. So that's
Well,
why.
there were a way to filter the water.
Well, they do that anyway, but they only filter stuff that's harmful. They don't give a shit about all the other stuff. That's all right.
It
That
doesn't
is
matter
true.
if it tastes like crap.
Yeah, it tastes just we have a lot of hard water in
Yeah,
the
we
UK.
do.
so-
Okay.
If you live in a
So-
hard water area, washing machine's going to get.
What's the
fucked
most
up.
frustrating
It
thing
is.
about living in
It is.
Scotland, Antonio?
The fucking weather.
The weather.
Man,
There's a
that's-
reason I'm dressed like
yeah.
I'm about to destroy the show with my hacking ability on my
Yeah.
M1 MacBook Air.
Attention, everyone! The Veteran Gamers Now is under Antonio control.
Exactly. This is now the Rocket League podcast. Stu and
Woo,
Chinny, I
Rocket League!
apologise.
Antonio,
Yeah.
I know that you don't
Yes.
pay for water in Scotland.
Well,
do you have
pay.
heat?
It's part of your council tax.
Do you have heating
Do you
in
have heat?
Scotland?
We do indeed. We do indeed. We do indeed.
Do you ever
See,
think
that
about-
costs
we
a
would know.
£1,000,000. It's
Yeah.
cheap to get water, but the heat.
Yeah,
forget
no
it.
one can afford bloody heating.
No.
Yeah. What if you boiled a lot of water and just let the steam heat your home?
No, that's not a bad show. I will say, I do
There
I
you
do
go.
do a lot of cooking, so that's, you know what. I think you might be onto
alright.
something.
What,
You might be onto
what have
something,
you
man.
cooked recently?
Well, I'm doing Christmas dinner, so I don't know about you boys,
Alright.
but I'm cooking that. So
Nice. Hell no.
tomorrow all
Duchess
day
is
is gonna be
doing that
prepping
shit.
that.
All right.
Mate, lucky.
And what's on the agenda? Ham, roast,
Turkey and vegetarian
potatoes,
option,
turkey. Okay.
which
Nice.
probably be cauliflower cheese.
Oh,
Alright.
collie cheese. I
We
like
do.
it.
Yeah,
We,
yeah.
I love the tofurkey roast, man. That tofurkey is really. I really like that.
What the fuck is
Thanksgiving
tofu?
time.
That sounds
Turkey.
like an insult. Tofu.
Tofu.
It actually
turkey.
tastes a
I'll
lot
get it,
like
but yeah,
turkey.
yeah. I'm gonna
Do
give
you
it
know
a try.
what? Just call it
It's made out of
tofu
tofu.
because it's not fucking turkey. Don't make it sound
But it
like
tastes like
is.
turkey.
It does not.
Well, you haven't had it.
I
so
bet
you
if
don't know
I
that.
was
take,
gonna
I bet
say-
if I did a blind test, I'd know instantly which.
I didn't
was
say it
turkey
would
and
pass
which
the
was
blind test. I said
turkey.
it's pretty close. I didn't say it's exactly like it.
Could
it's
you
just
even
pretty
remember
close and
what
it's very
turkey
tasty.
tastes like?
Yes.
I'm not convinced.
I
I'm
have
not
found
convinced.
a recipe
I
for
wouldn't
it. that has
expect you
got-
to be convinced just by my word. What's that, Antonio?
I have found a recipe now for tofu turkey. I'm actually quite curious because I would love
Okay.
to be vegetarian, honestly, but it just costs so much comparatively to eating meat.
Well, yeah, that's true.
One day I'd
But
love
I'll
to
tell you
fully
this,
swap
you know,
it. though.
when my doctor was like, "You got to get your cholesterol better, you got to get your heart, your blood pressure better," I think I would have gotten that a warning like 15, 20 years ago if I had been eating meat the whole time. So
Maybe,
you know,
maybe.
yeah, I've been shoveling down the cheese and the chocolate and the ice cream and the mayonnaise, but you know, I haven't been shoveling down the pork and the steak and everything.
Yeah,
so.
that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll
The
do it.
chocolate,
Just
no, the chocolate.
yeah,
will be fine.
chocolate, ice cream.
No, I'm not saying it's fine. I'm saying like it would have been much worse, much earlier if I had been sucking down pork and steak and all
Well, I'm
that.
eating.
Well, chicken's
Anyway.
all right. You're all right with a bit of chicken. Turkey's
Depends
fine.
on how you eat it and how much of
Pork's
Mm.
reasonably
I
fine.
eat mine
because
upside
pork's
down,
fairly
Duke. Is that
lean.
okay?
it. Yeah, that's great.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
So
The best way to make sure to keep your cholesterol in check is eat your chicken medium rare. That's the best way to do it, in my opinion.
Okay.
No, you don't eat chicken medium rare.
Mate,
What are you
it's the best
talking
way.
How about
I like
just
a
raw?
thin
Best
layer
way
of
to
pink
get
on the
fucking
inside.
Try it raw, 'cause then
salmonella.
you don't have all those
Best
heat
way to
germs
get
in there.
salmonella. That's what.
Nice
that's
little
the
bit of
best
Well, yeah,
zest
but
is
then
what I
you
like.
have diarrhea and you lose
Yeah,
weight
you'd
with the
lose
diarrhea
weight for
from the
defo.
salmonella.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Lose
That's all
weight.
we're looking for
Jesus
here.
Christ.
oh, you know what I love at
The
Christmas?
body ego is the only thing
What
that
I love
matters.
at Christmas is a raw chicken. I love.
Yeah,
a
I
raw
love a bit of
chicken.
raw
Raw
chicken.
chicken
Let's
Christmas
do it.
diarrhea. That's the name of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Oh,
Gaming
cow.
podcast.
Gaming
Holy
podcast.
cow.
Yeah.
Antonio,
Gaming podcast.
games. What
Yes.
games are you
Right.
playing?
What have
Games,
you been
games.
playing?
I'm afraid I'm going to alien everyone. I have been playing a Japanese shitty game. I'm afraid.
Oh,
Does it
snap.
not look all not all Japanese shitty games?
I'm afraid I've been playing a lot of Like a Dragon Gaiden. I shipped my Xbox there.
Oh snap! Now Stu's
Which is
happy.
it's kind of annoying
Nice.
because, in my opinion, I think it's probably the best of the franchise, but I can't recommend it to anyone who hasn't played it because it literally is Yakuza 6.5. So
Nice.
like
Uh-huh.
the story, if you went and played it tomorrow, you'd have no idea what's going on.
You got to know all the backstory, man.
Genuinely, yes, it is literally. So
Okay.
Gaiden means side story, so it literally is just a side
Okay.
story. But I recommend Yakuza 0 often, right? But I
Oh, I
don't think
love
I could
that game.
replay it, in my opinion, because I don't like how Japanese games kind of don't value your time. I find a lot of the time. If you know what I mean.
Really? What you mean
It's-
with those big ass cutscenes?
That and also little things like, say you're in the top of the city and they say go meet X at the bottom. instead of just taking you straight there, you have to run all the way down. You know, little
There's
things
no
like that.
metro or anything.
Which there are taxis things.
There are taxis,
but
There are
it's just the
taxis.
principle of would you rather just be faded straight to it or run around?
Gotcha.
Like
Right.
I do like that, but at the same time,
Yeah.
if I just want the story, get me to it. And the
Well,
thing
yeah.
is, Yakuza games are normally quite long. Like I think 5 to beat the whole story is about 50 hours if you just did the story. This story takes about 10 hours in one sitting if you did it.
Wow.
And this, I genuinely, I'd argue the best one because it trims a lot of the fat.
Yeah, this is the one on Game Pass, isn't it?
It
It's
is,
on
yeah,
Game
yeah.
Pass, yeah.
It is
I've
indeed.
looked at it, but I've just got too many other games to play. It's a nightmare this year. Too many great games have come out.
I do agree. And for me, actually, this is probably one of the better ones of the year because, like I said, I care about Yakuza. I'm in deep at this point. The sunk cost fallacy is in there deep, man. And I love it, man. And also it's very PS2 because this comes with a demo for Yakuza 8, which is kind of cool. I thought that was a nice little touch, really.
What are they doing over there? They're just cranking out these. Is this a
Well,
sweatshop
that's actually a great
situation?
point. I was really curious
It
about
is
that
quite
myself.
impressive. It's quite impressive.
So this game was made in 6 months, apparently, and the way that that studio works is that one person has one job and that's it. So say
You had
someone
one
is
job.
say someone's job is to make the Mahjong minigame. That is all they do for those 6 months.
yeah.
That is how they make these games that fast.
But also, let's be honest, they reuse a lot of assets because it's,
Oh, yeah,
it's always
definitely.
the same setting and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, definitely.
What
That
if
is
your one job, Mike? Thanks for joining the company. Your one job is to make sure that the new shitting mechanic works really well. You got 6 months on that.
Well, kind of is.
See you in 6 months.
You'd have a good job because
This shit
shitting is a
mechanic is
recurring theme in
amazing, dude.
Yakuza. That is a recurring element.
How is
There's
it?
always
How
a
is
side
it,
story.
though? How is it?
There's always a side story about someone who needs the toilet for some reason.
Yeah, there is.
Always.
Yeah, there is. We had
There
the
always-
mime artist, didn't we, where he had to do the mime artist job as a side story. So he could go to the toilet, but nobody would notice it had changed until he came back.
Is that,
Exactly.
is that because that's in Metal Gear Solid 4 as well.
That's the one I did not beat.
In Metal Gear Solid 4, I've never played a Metal Gear Solid game because they're all cack. But in Metal Gear Solid, there's a guy who really needs to shit all the time. Is this a
That's
running
right.
joke?
He needs a shit when he's hiding in the
Do
box. I
Japanese
remember
people
that.
just really think that's funny?
Well, I think we can all relate to some degree.
God,
Maybe
this
that's
is
why.
shit.
Like a lot of British people think Gavin and Stacey's funny. Is that just a Japanese thing? It's just like
Have any of you been to Barry Island? Which,
no.
for the viewers' context, that's where one of the two main people, the Stacey of Gavin and Stacey, is from. They still have Gavin and Stacey merch everywhere. It's
Well,
like
of
walking through a
course
weird
they
ghost
do. It's
town.
what
It's
they
their
claim to
homegrown
fame.
thing. It's like To Kill a
Yeah.
Mockingbird
I
in
know.
Monroeville.
It just feels a bit depressing seeing photos of actors over 10 years ago now, on T-shirts that have been sun destroyed for 10 years on a windowsill,
Yeah, it's a bit like the comedy show A League of Gentlemen.
Yeah.
And the shop on the hill
Mhm.
doesn't exist. And I was gonna go and have a look because you can go to the butcher's shop, and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And then I found out the shop doesn't exist. He just superimposed it on the hill, so it's not even there. So I
Well,
was
it's not
like,
What a
It's set,
fucking
it's
rip
just-
off, you
it's
people.
not even there.
fucking
So I'm like,
suck.
I can't be bothered going.
because the Forrest Gump house isn't real as well. That's just a set.
Yeah.
So if you go there, it's just a field.
I understand there's no actual TARDIS. That's not really a thing.
not a real
You
thing.
can't
Yes,
get
there is.
into
It's
a
in
place.
London. I've
Ah.
seen the TARDIS. It's in London.
Yeah, but it's not. You can't go back in time.
Well,
Not yet.
that's what you say.
Not yet.
Bullshit.
That's what you say.
They told me I couldn't go back in time.
I
when
I actually went to the bakery that Harry Styles worked at
Ah,
because
right,
we were
okay.
driving by it and we was like, oh, we'll go.
That's funny.
And they had Harry Styles stuff in there selling.
That's funny.
Mate, anything to make merchandise, anything. So, like,
It is.
for example, when I went to that gift shop for the Edinburgh Castle, they were selling anything that could even be vaguely Scottish, like a
Yeah.
dog collar with a bow tie. And I said to my
Yeah.
missus, 'cause she wanted it. I said, "How is that related to this castle in any way?"
I know,
But she still
yeah.
wants it because it makes our dog look cute.
But I
Aw.
say that it's so stupid. But when I go to like these big, like tourist traps, like when I was in New York, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want a T-shirt that says "I love New York," you big wanker on it. Like,
yeah, but if it said, if it was a T-shirt that said like "Happy Days are here again," you wouldn't buy that shit. And that's the point. Is that like it has to have something to do with the place you're in.
yeah.
But
I've-
hey,
I've-
if it sells to have dog collars with bow ties, go for it.
the tartan shop. That's right by the castle, isn't it? The tartan shop, and you go in there, and it's all tarts, and they're making it. And the
I got a tartan tie. I don't know.
Camera Obscura. That's right by the.
Yeah, that's still there. That's still there.
Well,
I know
I've
it's
got
still
a
there. I
funny-
tell you, I was in Edinburgh last year.
I've got a funny story about.
Why didn't you visit
Scotland.
me, you bastard? How dare you?
I was
Oh, do
working.
you?
I had 2 hours in the morning free. What can you do?
Excuses. Funny story. Sorry, Stuart.
Yeah, funny story about Scotland. Kay's mum is Scottish. Kay's mum's Scottish. And
That is very funny.
She's
That is
from.
very
funny.
No, let me
That
get
is
to it.
so funny.
She's from the McNab clan, right? McNab. So they have their own tartan and everything, McNab tartan and all this stuff. But somewhere in the fucking middle of nowhere in Scotland is the McNab official like grave place, you know, where all the family goes, and it's all gated. It's this weird place in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
But that's where she wants her ashes to go, right? She's not lived in Scotland for most of her life, but that's where she wants her ashes to go. But you can't officially bury anyone there. So
Before she's dead, she wants her ashes there.
No, when after she died,
Okay.
Obs.
Cut off my foot and put those.
But I've got
ashes
this
there.
vision of us going up there. Obviously, it's locked up and everything, not being, and we've just got to tip them over the top of the wall, or
chuck 'em
something
over.
just to get her in there. You know,
Put them on a string and just fucking lob it like that.
But the funniest thing is, we said, well, do you not? Because obviously she's got a husband, you know, Ken, and we're like, well, do you not want to be with Ken or whatever? And Ken's like, I don't want to be in Scotland, so he wants to be taken
to the
somewhere
real world
completely
and
different.
fuck Ken. He's gonna fall in love with patriarchy. We just watched Barbie last night.
So who knows where Ken's going? But yeah, Grace, she wants to go off up to the middle of nowhere in Scotland and be chucked over a wall. That's what she wants to happen.
I wonder where I'd want my ashes to go.
Would you? I know where mine are going. I've already chosen.
Where? Go on.
Bamborough Beach is where I want mine to go.
Bamborough Beach.
Scattered. But this is the funny thing with our wills, right? So it's a bit more.
Why that beach?
It's just beautiful. It's absolutely like the most beautiful place. It's this big sweeping beach, and there's like a castle on the corner of it. It just looks amazing.
Chuck him off the castle.
It's in Forza Horizon, by the way. It's in the Forza. Is it?
Oh well, that's
That'd be 4, yeah.
Yeah, 4. But yeah, so here's the thing: if I die first, they've got to keep my ashes until Kay passes away, and then mix them together and put them up there, and vice versa. It's all a bit weird. Just saying, it's all a little bit weird. But
I can say it's something I've never ever thought about, but now that you've said it, I'd like to have someone close to me go on a roller coaster, and right before the first big drop, open it, and then if there's anything left of me, it stays in there.
Or does it just go in the faces of all the people behind you? Is that what you're saying?
A piece of me leaves with them as they get off this. They'll never forget that ride.
I'll be with you always.
They won't.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
What I want is either I want my ashes to play a good part in a practical joke, right? So you're like, oh, these are my ashes of my, say it was Rosa, right? And she's like, I don't know, 40 odd, 50 odd, and she's like, oh, these are my dad's ashes. He really wanted to be on this Oh, drops them all over the carpet, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I want, right? Or I want to put a note on them saying, please take me to this beach in Carmel by the Sea in California, and then read the next note, right? And then you read the next note. And he goes,
Psych.
Psych. I just want to go to home.
Yeah. Now take me back to where you found
Take me back.
It's like the weirdest geocache ever, isn't it? You know what I mean?
That's what I'd do.
But yeah, I'm playing Like a Dragon Guy then. It's quite good.
There you go. I don't even know how we got onto that.
I don't know. Susan said Banbury Beach is a good choice, Stu.
Yeah, it is.
SLH's ashes are going on Glastonbury.
Glastonbury Tour. I think that's like a hill near there.
Fair play. Yeah, fair play.
It's a good one.
That's a good choice. I mean, if you love Glastonbury like Susan does, I
want mine spread on a snooker table while somebody else is playing.
Yeah, like one of those animal activists who's climb on the table and just scatter your ashes.
Like the oil activists on the Crucible. Yeah, but my ashes.
There you go.
Yeah, he runs on during the Crucible. Goes, oh, that was Mike. Oh no. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That would be the closest I would get to be at the playing on the table at the Crucible. To be fair,
that would be absolutely brilliant. Oh God.
But anyone else playing
Anyway, I don't even know what to say anymore. Yeah, actually, I'll talk about something because you lot are all messing around.
ahead.
I'm going to talk about
We're messing around. You're fucking about.
Yeah,
Wow.
oh, I love this.
I
Oh,
decided-
wow. So
Well,
y'all
I've
are
been
going to be
totally
having a
serious.
thoughtful discussion about video games.
I know, totally serious.
Stu to the rescue.
So I decided this
Fucking A.
week to try the Xbox Cloud gaming on the Oculus Quest.
Oh, have you got an Oculus Quest?
I have. I've not played on it for a while, and
Yeah.
I was a bit guilted into it.
Was that your
week.
last big phase before you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought of a T-shirt, by the way, Stu, for you.
Oh, go on.
Right. It was along the line. Sorry, I'm eating chocolate. It was along the lines of, ask me about, and then it would be connect crossed out.
Yeah, I knew what you were going to say.
Quest 2
Yeah.
crossed out.
Online. What about
3DS.
online? Don't forget
Online.
online.
3DS.
3DS.
On live.
Yeah,
3DS.
like, I think it's just crossed them
totally,
out,
man.
and at the bottom.
Yeah, right.
it's got your
And the
stick.
best thing about that shirt is you can keep doing it as bullshit comes and goes.
Oh, God, I love that idea.
That's a good idea, yeah.
No, but you'd have Steam Deck LCD and then Steam Deck OLED.
OLED,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And when they come out with the OLED 2, you'd be adding
Yeah.
that.
It's
Steam
just
Deck
whatever
2.
shiny
I'll be
thing
having
that
one of
you're
those.
into. Because you
Yeah.
can only do one at a time. Your brain cannot do two.
I know. I've never. Anyway, so I think you're right, because
Yeah.
I just said right twice. Because I downloaded it, logged it in, set it up, dead simple. Bluetooth controller with the Xbox. That went no problems at all, straight in. It didn't work great. I'll be honest. It was a little bit frame ratey, a little bit blurry every now and again. Then it'd clear, then it'd be blurry again. And I don't know whether this was just because that was running like that or not, but I've got a banging headache, and I've not had a headache for years.
Oh,
Oh, God, I get a headache every fucking day.
Yeah, well, I thought maybe.
That's because we don't blink as much as we should when we're staring at screens,
maybe.
is why.
Is that
I think
why?
I wondered.
I
Yeah,
use
it's
eye
really good.
drops, so you got to keep your eyes moist, man. I use eye drops to try.
But I
to-
did
Really?
wonder whether VR just doesn't agree with me anymore, because I did feel a bit gippy as well. I felt a bit gippy, and I did feel a bit like headachy, and just not. I didn't. After a bit, I'm just like, I can't do this.
Well, there's an adjustment period to it, though, isn't it? Because I got a Quest 2 recently because the Quest 3 came out.
because I've not played it for years.
And it
you
took
know
me
what
a
I mean?
bit to get back into it, and I, for like a year straight, played it daily. And yeah, you just lose and get the skill back, really, to
Yeah, I
play
think you're
VR, in my
probably
opinion.
right.
In my
I think you're
opinion.
probably right.
I think
it-
VR
Mhm.
is wank.
Here's a wank. There you go. You say that, right?
That was
But it was a bit of a savior during COVID when we used to play poker all the time, and it did get you not out of the house, but felt like you'd gone somewhere else for a
Remember,
bit.
Gets you
I
virtually out of the house. So
I
you
only
know,
Yeah.
bought
it's a good
I
thing
only
for them.
bought VR for poker,
Yeah.
and then that was
It
the only
was
game I really
great.
played on there. And then I liked the mini golf. I'll give you that, Stu. I'll
And the
give
mini
you that.
golf's pretty good.
I'll
The mini
allow
Oh, yeah,
golf's pretty
Walkabout was good, yeah. Walkabout
Yeah,
was good.
Walkabout's good.
I didn't enjoy much else on there. I liked the swinging of the sabers.
Yeah, Beat Saber. Beat Saber was what pulled me into that dark side, yeah. Beat Saber
Yeah.
was what got me into
like,
that.
I don't know. Beat Saber was the killer app, as they used to say. The killer
Yeah.
app. Oh my god. But poker, like I remember playing poker at EGX, and I was like, "Fuck me, this is all." And I remember sitting there playing poker, and I just said, "Can you hear me?" And they all went, "Yeah, we can hear you." I went, "What the fuck?" I was so new to it, and they was like, "Yeah, we can hear you." I
What's
was,
with this microphone in my
what
helmet?
the fuck?
I know.
Yeah, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and I was like, are you at EGX as well? I was like, no, we're just in a house. Like, what are you talking about?
Random.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
well-
I'm at like a big show or something. Yeah, so.
Like Stu,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, I'm talking to someone in the U.S. Oh my god."
Yeah,
Yeah, technology is crazy.
Yeah, Rockstar Table Tennis. The first time I ever played that, I'm like, okay, this bloke's in America.
Yeah, look at this now.
Yeah.
I had a thought today, I think, or yesterday.
First time for everything.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'll tell
Dangerous,
you
that,
what,
Ginny.
dude,
Dangerous.
You get a T-shirt.
I have a T-shirt. I don't need it.
No, you already got one.
Give another one to Rainy Lamb for making fun.
Yeah,
of
so I just sent him 16
Halloween.
T-shirts.
Yeah, there you go.
I had a thought about EGX, and I was like, God, remember when we used
Not
to
too
meet?
late. It's not happening.
Remember when we used to meet every year at EGX? It's just
Yeah.
like, we just don't do that no more.
Yeah,
do
I
we?
said that to my missus recently, like,
Yeah.
because I got a tweet about that, like, at the time it was happening. I said, I used to go there, travel down, like, travel up every year.
Yeah.
And meet people and queue in line to play games for ages. And she said, "Why don't you go anymore?"
Because
I don't really care.
Yeah,
It is cack. It's pretty cack.
I think the show is not as what it used to be. Previews of like new games, and now it's just like games are there that are already out.
Yeah, Dan went last year and he said there was hardly anybody there. He said it really was terrible.
Damn.
Yeah.
It seems like a thing that builds on its own failure. So like it used to be that it was harder to get news, and now everything's leaking right away, and like just the news cycle is just like news. So it's not as important to have these events, and then people are like, well, I don't want to bother going therefore, and so there's fewer things, there's fewer people, which means there's fewer events and presenters there, and it just it snowballs.
It was even all the crazy merch because everyone used to give you a T-shirt and you used to get loads of stuff thrown at you, and that like.
My Dishonored 2 T-shirt is still like a bedtime T-shirt I use every day.
Yeah. And in later years, to get a
use it as a sleep shirt.
You had to either do some competition or be at some fucking audience at something they were doing, and he threw him in the audience. So whatever.
And fucking audience.
Yeah, but like, well, maybe. That's
that would make EGX exciting again.
When it moved to Birmingham, it became
EGX
more
After
about,
Dark.
It became more about selling merch, didn't it? And
it did.
And selling stuff because they
that's a good point.
Because Game were there and stuff like that, selling consoles and games, and like people selling like little Game Boys that are emulators that have loads of hundreds of games on. It's all about selling that stuff, really. But
I mean, that's how these things go, don't they? Because they start off with these niche kind of cool events that you can go to, and eventually become this big commercial beast where it's all about cash is king, isn't it?
The other thing I think, as well as why they're not as successful, or you don't get as many games that are previewing, is because the B tier games, the B games, or the indie games, they just get released on Game Pass or just get released on Steam, and you just play them, and they if they're good, they get the publicity anyway. And I don't think they need a platform like EGX. They don't need like anymore. The internet's so fast now, and you just don't need it. You just get it, and it's done. Whereas before, it's like, well, I might download this, and it's just a different environment now.
Well, I wonder how much those stands used to be as well. Like, so OnLive, mate, rest in peace. Remember, it had a gargantuan stand. Like, how much would that have cost them? You know.
Well, I know somebody that had a stand in a very similar event, but not video games. It was something else, and he had the smallest stand you can have, and it was fucking loads.
I'm not surprised in the slightest.
It was $3,000 for a very, very small stand.
Wow.
So,
and OnLive presumably had investors that were like pumping the promotional dollars in and trying to, get buzz going and stuff.
Well, they had the right idea as well, didn't they? But they were just way too early.
Way ahead of the time. Way ahead. Yeah. Just internet wasn't good enough, was it? Let's be honest.
No. I mean,
it
doesn't always work now. I mean, it does work, but
cloud gaming. How many times you go on cloud gaming? It's like you're in a virtual queue. It'll be or 5 minutes or whatever.
Because on Game Pass you can earn like points, which if you get enough, you can then get rewards. So and normally every week they give you 5 credits for just playing a game, and it's always a cloud game. So if I'm on it, I go, yeah, I'll play it quickly. But if there's a queue, there's a queue, I go, I'm not waiting 5 minutes for this.
Yeah.
I don't know who really like would wait 5 minutes to queue for a game. In my opinion.
You know what? You say
unless
that,
you put your phone
Rocket
down
League,
and go for a shit or something. Really?
If it's Rocket League, I might. I don't know.
If I really want to play it, I would. If it's something I really wanted to play, I'd wait a bit. But yeah, it does seem to take that long as well. It's not like it suddenly speeds up. It does take.
I've never stood in a queue. I've never been in a Xbox Game Cloud queue before.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah, it does happen if you go on a reasonably busy time. It does quite often happen that you're stuck in a queue waiting to go on. But it does work pretty well. It works pretty well.
It does work surprisingly well, actually. I've used it a couple of times.
I never download anything. I very rarely download anything for Game Pass now.
I thought that. I still download it if you need it.
I still download it, yeah.
Yeah, no.
I have to download it because I can see the...
You can't tell.
You can.
Yes, you can. In my opinion, you
Absolutely
can.
You can.
Definitely.
Absolutely you can.
Definitely.
It's fine. Walking simulators are fine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, when you're playing CAC like that,
yeah, exactly.
I'm talking about, I'm playing Rollerdrome, which is like a fucking fast... Bam, bam, bam. Flip, flip, flip.
How does it go?
I can't do that against you. I'm a dad now. I have to be sensible. Sealy in the chat says, ain't nobody queuing to play a game in their own house.
Well,
I got next. I'll put the quarter on the screen.
Yeah.
So I've been playing Roller Drum. I probably should talk about that. So
talk about Roller Drum.
Yeah.
Roller Drum.
What I will say about Roller Drum is that there is a little bit more story than you think in the game.
Okay.
Really?
So last week I spoke about how you have to unlock challenges to progress further. So you unlock 3 levels, you do a bunch of challenges, and then if you do enough, you unlock the next 3 levels, and then you got to do that. So one of those levels was like a really cool one where it's like a normal arena, you know, where you kill everybody and so on. And then it says, we've opened up the next area in the same level, and you go down, you got a massive boss fight where you got to fight this huge fuck-off robot. So it changes it up, and the challenges are really difficult as well. Like, you know, you have to grind on this wall and kill somebody at the same time, and it's grind on them, Duke. Yeah. That's it, and it's really embarrassing. I don't like doing it, but it's good. I've got some notes. I make notes these days because I'm old. Grenade launcher. It has a grenade launcher.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That's one of my notes. One of my notes here says, when it feels good, it's great. Brilliant note there, Mike. Well done. Another bunch of training and different moves you got to learn, but also some weird story plots. So the idea is that you're this traveling athlete of Roller Drum, right? And for one of the scenes that you're in this office and you go into one of the offices and you can hear somebody in the next room. It's 2 journalists saying, they're covering stuff up, man. They're forcing us to write things that we're not supposed to write and all this sort of stuff. And then you complete the next 3 levels. Then you're on a train and you hear like basically one of these, your competition, everybody's saying, oh, your competition, this person. And then that person who is your competition keeps leaving you notes saying, good luck, I hope you... So he seems like he's really nice, but they're making him out to be a monster. And then also another athlete...
Or behind the scenes, he's going like, yeah, fuck you, your grandmother's a whore.
And also somebody else, one of the other athletes, like, was murdered, but like they're not talking about it, they're covering it up. So there's like some... this is all like tiny little drips. You know, like just between levels, it's like, but this is... And then they play the actual game. So they focused on making this really, really fun action sort of roller skating mad arena shooter, and just dripped in these little story bits. And
like there's a whole world around.
Yeah, and it's good. It's like I'm really enjoying it. I'm like, oh yeah, this because that's all I need. I don't need anything else. You know what I mean? It's like I'll read like 3 random notes, and then I'll hear some random voiceover in a next room, and I'm like, right, okay, I get it, there's some fucked up things happening, great. And then you just play the game, and when you play the game, it's brilliant, and the challenges make you play better because you're like, how the fuck do I get up there? I didn't even know I could get up there. And it's like, you've got to get up there and get this thing, and I'm like, how am I getting up there? And then you work it out, and you're like, fucking badass. And then
we don't want to hear excuses, just get up there.
Get up there. I was like, how am I supposed? I didn't even know you could. Yeah, so it's all like, you know, do the whole thing just using, you know, a shotgun or something like that, and you're like, oh, okay, now this is like different because I can't kill this enemy the way I used. Because different enemies, some of them put up a shield if you don't shoot them quick enough. Some of them disappear and go to a different part of the map. So you have to kill them with a different gun. It's a bit harder. It's like, oh, I kill this one with a grenade launcher. I kill this one with the sniper rifle type thing. I kill this one with a pistol. But you have to keep swapping it up. So it's good. I love Roller Drum. I love it. I think it's
it does look good. It does look good on Game Pass.
I know it got praised when it came out. It came out in 2022, and everybody was saying it was brilliant at the time. I don't know what our categories are going to be for Game of the Year. I think one of them will be, I don't know, game that I liked that didn't come out this year or something.
Well, we have silly categories.
Silly categories. What I like is, I thought of this category the other day. Game that I didn't play that probably would have been top 5.
That's
you know what I mean?
Oh, that's all of my Game of the Year contender.
Yeah.
I probably would have liked that.
Yeah, I probably would have liked that. Like, so yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, so Roller Drum, like it.
Beautiful.
It is nice when we do want to play my game bitches that we actually like, you know, and carry on playing.
Yeah.
That does happen.
Right, I'm going to give away another Patreon prize.
Oh my days.
Patreon
Here we
Prime.
go.
While that's loading, is anyone else voiced interest in coming on the show? Because I can leave.
No, just
No,
stay.
you're
Someone
right.
else hit the slot.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Just
don't know.
say
If anybody
nobody
wants
else.
to come on the show, Sealy,
come
I
on,
think.
come on.
Nobody
I
likes
think
us
Sealy
well
wants
enough.
to come on the show.
Everyone's too scared.
Come
to
on
do
in.
let's
it.
get
I'm a regular.
Sealy
I
on.
want a new face.
I posted the
Look,
bloody
just
link.
say, look, we
Steve
realised
Merchant's
this last
grandmother.
time. Just stay on the
Hello.
show like we did last time. It's fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just keep everybody
Nobody
in.
queuing for games.
So where are we? I need to find the bloody thing with the thing. Right.
There's a bloody thing.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So we got the wheel up. This is the last prize that I will give out to the Patreons. So good luck, everybody.
Alright,
These are the
drum
active
roll.
Patreons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Spinning the wheel, and this is for. I think this is going to be for a hoodie.
That's your drum roll.
When a tempo isn't specified, any reasonable person would default to lento.
Aha! It's one of our
Yeah.
newest Patreons.
Oh, I thought it was Dan
Okay,
then. I was like, oh, it's
no.
Dan. No, it's not Dan.
It's one of our newest
Go
Patreons. Dan Fletcher, you almost got it. Sorry, mate. It's
Yeah.
Matt Bond, who's also getting into t-shirt attention.
Yay, Matt
So, Matt,
Bond.
Stu, can you write down Matt Bond hoodie for Matt Bond?
Hoodie.
Hoodie.
Oh, Phil, come on. You're fine. You don't need to be
Yeah,
nervous.
don't be nervous.
We're just
it's
idiots.
fine.
Seriously, come on.
Yeah, it's not like we're a professional show. Like,
Come on.
I'm coming to you live from my bed, so that shows how professional these guys are.
Yeah, just
And
be
they
in
let me stay.
bed,
Unfortunately,
dude.
with clothes on.
Only for the free feed. Only for the free feed.
Yeah, that's the Patreon stuff that you got to
Exactly.
get naked for.
there you go.
Exactly, mate.
We should answer this. No Addiction's about to go, but he's given us a question.
Go on.
Given us a question.
Okay.
He said, probably been asked this before, but what's everybody's favorite gaming Christmas memory?
Mm-hmm.
We have talked
I
about
do
this a
have
lot.
one, to be
It's okay,
fair.
it's a good
He's got
question.
one. He says mine is probably when I got Pokemon Blue and a Game Boy Color. I'd brought the official guide in WH Smith in the run-up and pored over it for weeks in the run-up to the big day. Pure nostalgia.
Fair play to him. Fair play.
Yeah. Sure.
Christmas memories. I mean, I've said this one a few times. It's like Street Fighter with a SNES, but I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a new one. This was.
Oh, we got a new one.
This is related to the Christmas viral TikTok stuff that I don't like to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like to talk about that. I'm like, got 2 million views or whatever.
Yeah, you're over it now. You're over
Yeah,
it.
I'm over it.
Over
Whatever.
it.
I don't talk about
Over
it.
it.
I don't
Yeah.
let it change me, Stu. That's my thing.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Don't ever talk to me again. So about 2014.
Don't look me in the eyes.
2014, I brought round my Super Nintendo to Tara's mom's house, and we all played it. And like we were all playing Street Fighter. Everybody was playing Street Fighter. Like Tara's mom was playing Street Fighter. Tara's auntie was playing Street. Like people that just don't know how to play Street Fighter was all playing it, and it was so much fun. Like we were just having such a laugh. That's one of my favorite Christmas memories to do with gaming. Yeah, it was so fun, and it was
mine's
such
similar.
an old game, but yeah, it's good.
Mine's very similar because we had all the family around. Kay's mum and dad were here. Kay's sister and brother-in-law were here. Obviously, Millie was here, and we were here. And we got out Beatles Rock Band, and like Kay's mum and dad, like Kay's mum and sister. Sorry, we're doing all the like backing vocals. Even Kay, I can't remember what Kay's dad did, but even he got involved. And we were just blasting out, and everybody knew the songs because it were the Beatles. So it didn't matter what age you were, everybody knew the Beatles songs. And we just had an absolute blast. Millie was playing the drums, I was playing lead guitar, someone else was playing bass guitar, and like microphones, and everybody just got involved. And it's one of the best gaming because it was just so accessible. And it was the fact that like people who would obviously never play video games in their entire lives were into it because it was just such a laugh. And everybody knew the song was brilliant. So that's one of my favorites.
Fair play. Okay. Back when Christmas was still magical to me in 2005, I got an Xbox 360, and it was just magical to me, especially going on Xbox Live that day for the first time. It was just magical to me. I remember
What
as
was
a kid.
the first thing you did on Xbox Live?
Played Tony Hawk American Wasteland.
Oh, that's my favorite Tony Hawk.
Oh, really? Yeah,
I got 1,000 achievements for that.
Oh, really? And we still have that. I still have that Xbox. It doesn't work anymore because obviously Red Ring of Death, but I still have it just as a
like
memory
memento.
of simpler
memento.
times, indeed, where I wasn't in such a lovely bed. I must say, check out the bed.
Yeah, the bed head. Is
Antonio, the king of wood.
If only. But yeah, that's my favorite memory, I'd say.
There you go.
Duke, do you have any memories of this holiday that you don't celebrate?
I mean, I used to celebrate it. I guess, my whole thing is like, once upon a time, I used to get really excited for Christmas, but I can't remember any specific games that I got at Christmas. I'm sure there were some, but I'm drawing a blank kind of on like Christmas gaming memories. So, yeah.
There you go.
I was very spoiled as a child. I always got everything I wanted.
Anyway,
So,
Phil.
I guess I got the.
Sorry, I was
go
going
on.
to say, Phil in the chat, he needs to get himself on here. That's what he needs to do.
Duke, what was you going to say?
Right.
Yeah, sorry, Duke. I've already finished.
I think I probably got the Game Boy on Christmas, and I remember playing Tetris, and I remember playing some Spider-Man game on there. It was probably a garbage Spider-Man game, but it was a chance to play a handheld on the road. Like, oh my god! I used to get so car sick because I shouldn't have been playing it in the car when we were on trips, but I was addicted to games. It's like whatever.
That's what you did.
There and I'm like, oh god, I don't feel good. I told you not to play that. So,
we got
There you go.
The Amazing Spider-Man on the Game Boy. That's apparently what it was.
Okay.
There you go.
Take your word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
putting
just
it on the
played
screen.
Tetris Worms. I had Worms on the Game Boy. And what else did I have? Lemmings. I had Lemmings on
And
the
you
Game
had worms
Boy.
in real life, so
I had worms in real life. And crabs. No, that's something
It was
else.
all about the it was Tetris, Mario games, Mario 1, 2.
Golf. Mario Golf on the Game Boy was amazing.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
Battletoads.
Dr. Mario too, the little with the pills and stuff.
Yeah.
That was a good game. Back
That
in the
is
day.
cool. I just remember at the time when the Game Boy came out, with all these celebrities playing on the Game Boy. You know what I mean? And like celebrities in the news playing a Game Boy on his tour bus or whatever.
Leonardo DiCaprio plays one in the movie The Beach.
There you go.
There you go then.
That's what I found funny about that. Anyway.
Anyway, Phil, get your ass on here. Tell Phil to come on. Come on, Phil. Come on, Phil. Come on, Phil. Come on, Phil.
Tell us about your darts career.
Phil, don't
Yeah,
make
come
us
on,
break your
Phil.
face.
Yeah, Phil.
That was it. We've all answered that question, right?
Yeah, I think
Indeed,
we've answered
yes.
it. I think we have answered that question.
What are our plans this Christmas Day? Duke, you love Christmas. What's your plans for Monday?
Just chilling. Trying to
chilling.
get some
Chilling,
rest
killing.
before we go down to Tennessee for the funeral.
Okay. Yeah. So Diane, is she going to be farming on Christmas Day?
She's always taking care of the goats and chickens and stuff. So yeah.
That woman is a machine.
She is a machine.
She is a machine.
She's
it's
a
true.
machine.
She's a
got all the
total
skills.
machine.
Stu, what's your plans on Christmas?
Not a lot. We're just going to be chilling. I'm obviously cooking Christmas dinner. Kay's mum and dad are going to come around. We're going to have some food. Probably play a game of some description, a board game usually in the afternoon, and then probably fall asleep. That's what's probably going to happen.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's it. Perfect.
Oh, somebody wants to join us.
Ooh.
Who's joining? Who is it? Is it Phil? Is it Philly?
I don't know.
Is it
I
Phil?
don't know.
Philip?
Is
Phil?
that- it doesn't say Phil on Discord. I don't know if that's Phil. It's a
Oh.
different name.
Oh well.
But
See
I've
who's
I've seen this name before, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to. Is this Phil? Is this you? Are you Phil?
Is it Phil?
Are you Phil?
Are you Phil?
Phil?
Is
Is
it
it Phil?
Phil? Is it Philip?
Are you Phil?
Philip.
Yes, this is Phil. Right.
Oh,
Okay.
come on, Phil.
While he's loading in,
All
I'm
right
going to try
then,
and
good
cook
old
Christmas
Phil.
dinner while not having a mental breakdown. Thank you.
You do
Yeah,
your Christmas.
you'll be.
Don't, but
Yeah,
How
I'm
many are you
good.
cooking for? How many are you cooking for, Antonio?
4 people and 5 dogs.
Oh, you'll be fine. Dogs
goodness.
don't give a shit.
get 'em,
can
man.
I?
Show 'em
no,
what you got.
my
Don't
dogs
give a
gets. I take care of my dogs, man. I take care of my dogs.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Take
only-
away
the
this
only-
fucking turkey. I don't want.
Yeah.
it.
The only time you need to worry, Antonio, is if you turn around and the dog's licking its ass to get the taste out of its mouth. That's when you need to worry.
No, the
dare,
time you
how
need to
dare.
worry is that if your missus is licking her ass to take that taste out of her.
Yeah, then you definitely need to
That's
worry.
when you need-
Either that,
It's
mate,
gone
or it's a fun
wrong.
Sunday night. It's one of
It's
those.
gone
two,
wrong.
so-
Yeah, there you go.
Well, we've done an
All right,
M&S.
man. Good luck, Antonio.
We've done an M&S order.
Have you? Oh, good game.
Really?
Honestly, Chinny is fucking loaded, isn't he? He's just bought a massive house,
Loaded.
bought a massive car, got a baby,
Loaded.
and can still afford an M&S order. Most people are at
Loaded.
fucking Aldi.
Loaded.
M&S.
Cost of crisis. More like, who gives a fuck? Anyway,
Yeah, who gives a
Phil
shit?
the Power Taylor is in. Phil.
Yay, Phil.
Phil.
That's
What
good,
up,
man.
Phil?
Was it Phil? Phil?
Is it Phil? Maybe it's not
Oh.
Phil.
Maybe he's not.
Is it
No,
Phil?
it's,
He's
no, it
going.
is Phil.
Oh.
Not me.
Not
I'm not me. I'm not Phil. He's
Where
not
does
in.
Antonio go?
Antonio's just buggered off.
He said he was going to work on dinner.
Oh, did
He doesn't like being on when other people are on. I don't know. He just seems to leave when someone else comes. I don't know what's going on.
Being kicked out of the bedroom. Will mute and turn off camera and reappear shortly. He said. All right, Antonio.
Okay. Is
cool.
Phil there? Phil.
Phil, unmute yourself. Put your camera on and unmute yourself. Don't make me break your face.
Get naked.
Phil. Yeah,
You're blowing this. You had one chance to be a star on the Veteran Gamers. Chinny can hook you up with 1 million followers.
Do you know who I am? I've got 2 million.
Do you know who he is?
Do you know who he is?
Come on, unmute yourself, Phil.
Right. Well, he's sorting.
You're
that
fine,
out.
Phil. We got you.
Anyway, we'll carry on. We'll carry on.
What was we talking about? Yeah, I'm bloody loaded. So we had a we had an M&S because I'll tell you for why.
Sorry, I don't. What is this M&S? What is
So
that?
Marks and Spencer's. When you buy food from Marks and Spencer's, everybody thinks you're posh. Basically, we never buy food from Marks and Spencer's because it's a very expensive, nice shop to buy food from. Right.
Okay.
We never buy any food from Marks and Spencer's. It's very expensive. However, Marks and Spencer's do a very good sort of Christmas deal where you can basically get a bunch of very, very nice Christmas food, collect it, and then it's all just bang it in the oven, microwave it. It's done. It's just ready to go.
Yeah, and it looks good.
It looks good. It's very, very tasty. We've had it before. And to be honest, none of us just want to make a turkey like for 4 hours.
Well, sure, why not? I mean, look, you pay me in time. Like that's the way I look at it.
It's just we just want to just enjoy Christmas and with a little bambino. You know, my mum
just ain't got time. You ain't got the time.
My mum and dad are getting on, so I don't want them to do any work over Christmas. Tara's mum is working till 4 o'clock because she works in the bloody NHS, Stu. So she's in that mind. Busy. We have a baby. We can't do it. We just can't. It's just we just can't do a proper one. So why don't we just cut it short? Get the M&S hamper in. Tara picked it up.
Yeah, go for it.
Apparently you can't.
You do
unmute.
you.
Ask to
unmute.
Really?
Oh,
that's weird.
How weird.
Sorry, Phil. I don't know why it's
well, we went. Well, I'll be honest, Chinny. Right, I'm taking the piss out of you, but we went to a supermarket tonight called Booths. Have you heard of Booths?
It's boobs.
Booths supermarket, which is a very posh northern supermarket, very exclusive. Only a few shops around here because I wanted some Garstang blue cheese, and it's one of the probably few places you could get it for my cheese board. Didn't have any as it goes, so I ended up with Nicky Nook blue. So I ended up with Nicky Nook blue, which is in the same vicinity. So it's there's a little place near us called Nicky Nook, which is like this hill. It's kind of a hill near I don't know, near Lancaster somewhere. But it's a cool little place, Nicky Nook. And there's a little bit of a story with Nicky Nook because at one point they did a Playboy shoot there many years ago.
Dirty bastards.
Ooh, all right.
So here's quiz time. So they did a Playboy shooter. What was the headline in the local paper? What was the headline in the local paper?
Sex orgy at this place.
Nope.
I don't know what.
Chinny, any guesses? What was the headline for Nicky Nook and Playboy?
It's got to be something to do with the word Nicky Nook.
Okay, you're on the right lines. You could get this. You could get this.
Nookie at Nicky Nook.
Oh, you're so close.
You're close.
Oh, you're so close, Jenny.
Yeah.
The headline was Nicky Nookie. That was it. I can't believe how close you were. Nicky Nookie, that was the headline. So there you go.
I'm trying to get Phil. He's saying that I can't mute. Then he sent me a screenshot saying the host is not allowing participants to unmute themselves. I'm like, what?
Well, maybe you could unmute them then.
What have you done?
Yeah,
can you not just unmute it?
No.
Just try it. Just try unmuting him.
You say just try it, like I can do it. I can't do it.
Come on, Chinny. You know what they're doing.
No, it's not like come on, Chinny. Give it a try.
You're the one with 1 million followers on TikTok.
Yeah,
you should be able to do all things technical.
Hold on.
Come on, Chinny.
No, it's just like
how weird. That is weird.
Well, let him do it.
Weird.
No, I tell you what. Leave and come back. Leave.
Yeah, try that. Try that. That might work. Well, you can
You're
probably
not getting
hear
away with it. You're
you're not getting away.
Getting away with it.
Oh, he's left already. He heard you.
Yeah, I know.
He heard you. Try again. This time, maybe it'll work. There's something weird going on.
Yeah, come back in.
Come back in. Yeah, so, yeah, Christmas. Anyway, shall I talk about another video game while we're waiting?
Yeah, go
Because
for
I
it.
have got,
Yeah,
I
go
have
for
got another
We'd
video
love
game.
to hear you.
Is this
I
the
know.
Spider-Man, by the way, on the screen, Duke?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's it on.
That's the
Yep.
one.
Talking of Spider-Man.
Back in the day, man.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm playing Miles
been playing
Morales. Miles
Oh,
Morales
yeah.
at the
Okay.
moment. On the
Cool.
Steam Deck. But I'm going to be totally honest with you. I am struggling, right, with this.
What? Oh, I've heard
No.
it's great stuff. Why are you struggling?
Because I'm fucking old, right?
So?
You
And I'm
you
constantly...
can't just put it on easy.
It's not even that. That's not the problem. That isn't the problem.
What's
It's
the
not
problem?
that. The problem is because it's using PC prompts, but like the game setup, my head just can't compute it.
Again with the Steam Deck. Stop playing games on the Steam Deck.
I'm constantly right. This is how it goes, right? I'm constantly like, it's like do this bit of fucking tutorial, and then I'm having to bring up the controller scheme to look what applies to what letter on the
Yeah.
keyboard to then press
Well,
it.
yeah, that
and
does
then,
sound frustrating. No
and
doubt.
then I'm in a like combat, and then I can't remember which it was, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so old. What is wrong with me? Oh, because let's be honest, right? Once you get into a game on the PS5, you don't look at the looking what button does what anymore, do you? But for some reason, because it's different on screen than it is on the pad,
Yeah.
my head can't compute it. I just can't. It doesn't sink in where it is. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just pressing
yeah, I
every
know what you
button
mean.
on the fucking thing, and I'm like, yeah, that's not it, is it? Oh no, I've just done the health. I didn't need that. Oh, my
yeah.
God,
Phil.
almighty.
Hello.
Phil.
Yay, Phil.
Yeah.
Yay, Phil! Woohoo! Welcome.
It's Phil the Power Taylor.
Phil. The darts is
Made
on at
it.
the
We're
moment. I
glad
know
you're
you're not
here.
Phil Taylor, but the darts is on at the moment, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks different in real life.
Yeah,
doesn't
you know
it?
we're expected, Phil. I thought you were Phil.
I haven't got the weight or his money, so I'm good.
Never mind. Don't worry. How are you, Phil?
Yeah, how are you, Phil?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you? I'm just looking forward to getting Christmas over and done with. To be
Oh,
fair.
really?
Really? Why do you not
Yeah.
like Christmas?
No, it's just been a busy few days getting things organised for the kids.
How
How many
have you
kids?
got?
Yeah, I was just going to ask the same. How many kids?
Two.
Oh, two's not bad.
Two.
Two's not too bad.
Boy,
Two's not too
girl,
bad.
girl, boy, boy, girl,
One boy,
girl,
one
girl.
girl.
One boy, one girl.
Oh, one of each.
Yeah.
One of
That's
each.
why he's
one
only
of
got
each.
two. He stopped, you see, because he got
Yeah,
one of each.
good.
Job done.
Yeah, clocked it.
Yeah, that's
Job
what's done. Don't
You
worry.
can always tell. Can I just say, you can always tell you go somewhere and they've got like 5 boys, and you're like, yeah, we know what you were doing.
Yeah, you're trying to
Wait
get
for
a
that
girl.
girl. Or
Yeah.
5
The part-
girls.
Yeah.
My partner's in a family of 5 sisters. So-
Jesus Christ.
Keep on going till we get the one
crazy.
we want.
No.
Yeah.
I saw like a family in Sainsbury's, and they had like a little boy, and he was like running around, and the girl was like sort of crawling on the alcohol section, like crawling on the thing, and then they had a baby. I was like, it's hard enough having one baby. Like, how can you
yeah,
do?
no,
It's
I
like-
agree.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But anyway, so Phil, where do you hail from? I expect it's just over the way there on the west.
In Belfast.
Oh, so do you know Robin then? Because there's only 3 people in Belfast.
Yeah, well, I thought there was only 2, but I know that's an extra one now.
Yeah.
No, I don't know him.
We're gonna-
I gamed with him years and years and years back. Back in probably the 360 days and Forza.
Oh, really?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, we've lost Robin in the podcast world because all he does now is sim racing. That's all.
Yeah,
he
by
does.
the way, I found.
Okay.
Have you heard about Robin? I found out something I didn't know. He's been made redundant. Did you know this?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, he's been made redundant.
Like
I only
Ivan
found
Tate?
out. Yeah.
Is he okay with us
God bless
talking
him.
about this on
No,
the
that
show?
sucks.
I was about to say that.
He's
I know,
talked
right?
about it on the. He's talked
Ah.
about it on the Overseas Connection,
Right.
so
Okay.
he's been
Yeah.
going on about
I'm
it.
behind.
That's
I'm still
crazy.
on.
That's the only reason I know.
I'm still 3 or 4 episodes behind, so I haven't.
And
caught
can I
up.
just say, I don't listen to the Overseas Connection anymore. I haven't done for donkey's years. But Dan, we had a nerdy board game night. Dan came round and he's like, "Hey, have you heard about Bongo getting made redundant?" I'm like, "You what?"
Has he really?
Wow, that's crazy.
That's mad.
So-
No way.
So what happened was this is the story.
Is he okay with us talking about this?
Of course he is. He's talked about it on the show.
I know,
He
but
don't
that's
give
first hand. This is second hand. This
And
is...
that's that's
I'm
him
only,
talking
I'm only
about
telling
it.
what I'm just telling what Dan said he'd said. So
Okay,
if it's
all right.
wrong, blame Dan.
All
I
right,
don't
we'll
know.
blame Dan.
We'll blame Dan.
All right.
So apparently,
Sorry, Phil. You have to stop talking for a while while we're talking. About
You're okay. You're more than welcome.
You get used to it, Phil. Trust me, you get used to it.
So apparently they made him redundant, and then he had to reapply for the new position.
Oh
that
yeah,
week,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that's obvious. Yeah.
Went in and told them to stick it. So that's basically how it went.
Wow.
So, yeah,
No,
went
well,
in,
good
told
for
them
him.
to stick
Good
it.
for him because
So there you
Yeah,
go.
really.
basically they do that so they can pay you less, pretty much. Is
Yeah,
Yeah,
the gist
really.
of it.
Yeah. So there you go.
So that sucks.
That's rough.
I was
though.
shocked,
that's
by the
a
way.
hard-
Totally
Robin
shocked.
is a
God
smart
bless him.
man.
So,
He will
Robin,
do...
if you're listening, we hope you're okay.
Yeah. I'll message him
Yeah,
because I haven't really
totally.
spoke to him. Like, what I'm thinking of doing, Phil, is because I went to Belfast to visit Robin and his family in 2021. It was like the first holiday we did after lockdown and stuff.
After COVID.
Yeah, we had a great time. We went to Ballymena, went to Belfast, and we didn't go much. We did the Titanic Museum thing, and then
You
we
did
went
all
to,
the Game of Thrones stuff,
we
didn't
we
you?
did
as
some
well?
Game of Thrones things, and went to like the rope bridge. You know the rope bridge,
Yeah.
Phil.
Yes.
Did that
yes.
shit. But I didn't
I've
spend.
never been to it.
Yeah, well, that's always the way, isn't it? Like, but
Yeah.
well, I didn't spend a lot of time in the capital of Belfast. Do you know what I mean? Like just walking around or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it looked like a nice place. So we want to, as our first holiday with the baby, which will be a bit older then, but we want to do like a short plane journey, go there, visit Robin. So maybe when I'm there, Phil, I'll let you know. And we can meet up if you want.
No worries.
No problem.
Considering you're in Edinburgh, mate, I don't care if it was for work. You didn't see me.
I was there for 2
Don't
hours.
trust him,
Ant.
Phil. Don't
2
give a fuck.
hours.
I could have been meet in the middle.
2
Yeah, he doesn't give a
hours.
shit, Antonio. He does not give a shit.
I tell
He
you, I've
doesn't.
met you too many times. There's too many times.
I respect that. I respect that.
So, Phil, you've been on the
Yes.
show before, haven't you, Phil?
Never.
Never been on the show?
I've listened.
Oh, first time, baby.
Oh,
What?
I thought you had.
I've listened for years and years. I think I made a mistake. I wrote in one week and it said you did a crossover with the who was it, the 360 Gamercast, but I think it was the OC connection.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
yourself
Wow.
was on a crossover, and that's when I started listening
Gosh.
so many years back.
yeah.
So
So
I've been
how
listening
long-
since,
how
and I've
long
never
did you
really
do
made an appearance. I'm quite glad.
You're a lurker.
Game solo most of the times,
Yeah.
so I do. So
You're one of those lurkers.
yeah,
Lurker, he's a lurker.
Yeah. So yeah, so I remember that crossover. It was a long time ago, that crossover.
Yeah.
it was a
very long
lot.
time.
You're talking, maybe 10 years ago now.
Well, I was
Wow.
texting Greg this week because I
Okay.
never speak to Greg anymore. Really, my brother speaks to him more than I do, and the only way I hear about my brother is I just listen to that show because I never speak to him.
Yeah, sure.
And
Find out what he's up to.
I was thinking about like, oh, maybe we should do another crossover one because that gives us an excuse to talk to Greg.
Talk to other
Right.
people.
It's a long time, isn't it?
To be fair, I used to listen to so many podcasts all week long, and this is the only one that I really listen to gaming wise anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
because we're
just
the
the chemistry
best.
between the three is
yeah.
just
Well, basically
hard to beat.
arguing all the time.
Yeah, just
Yes.
arguing.
No,
we're
we're
not.
not.
funny.
Oh, no, we're
I
not.
imagine-
What the fuck are you talking about? We don't argue
more sound
ever.
bites to
Shut
beat,
up.
Duke.
Oh, we
More
do.
sound bites.
No,
Sound
no,
bites.
no.
Yeah, sound bites.
Where are you
Um,
going? Story time's over, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so you've been listening to why don't you listen to podcasts as much these days, Phil? Do you reckon?
It's just probably did too much gaming in the past. Where now with
Yeah.
family and stuff, kids and stuff,
Yeah.
I don't have as much time for gaming.
No.
So my gaming time's reduced to like whenever she goes to bed with the kid.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. And most of my other I still listen to loads of podcasts, but it's mostly all sport, football.
No.
So
The
Yeah.
soccer sports. I see.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see, yeah.
unfortunately,
what's
I'm a
your-
Manchester United fan.
What's your
Not going to
gaming platform, Phil? What do you play on?
I've got all the consoles at the minute, but I'm predominantly an Xbox gamer.
Okay.
Woo, Xbox.
So I was
Yeah.
I was at the I just talked about it today. I was at one of those Illuminate things, Phil, today. With like what it's a park called West Park in Wolverhampton. It's like a big light show, and you walk through. It's for the
Okay.
kids, And we took the baby through it, and I've got my
for
little
kids.
4-year-old niece, and we're walking through, and there's this part where you write down a wish.
4-year-old daughter. What?
No, 4-year-old niece, right? So, so we write down a wish, right? And somebody put, "I wish that Man United would win again." On the
Very good.
Sorry, realistic wishes only. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
What
But,
does
but
that
my
look like?
my two brother-in-laws are Villa fans, and they're like flying, aren't they?
They're doing really well at
they're
the
doing
minute.
really
Yeah,
well. So
they could have went top of the table last night.
there you are. But they drew,
Yeah.
didn't they? They drew to like the lowest
Yeah,
in the league.
3-1
or
each.
something? The lowest in the yeah.
Mike, are you one of those people that will like hear about sports news so that you sound like you know what you're talking
Yeah,
about? Because I went to I had a casino trip like a month ago,
Yeah,
and someone was
that's
talking
what I do
about
when I go to
sports at the
school.
time.
I'm like, hey, how
Yeah.
about the Packers
And I,
last
like,
night,
fit
huh?
in
And they're like, what?
So you've
Just
got to.
about.
I've got to know enough. Do you know what I mean? I've
Exactly.
got to know sort
Exactly.
of roughly how Wolves are doing because I'm in such close proximity to the Molineux. It's just ridiculous. Like, and I play snooker with like blokey blokes, and I do admit I say soccer's stupid. Don't talk about it. Don't ask me about anything about soccer. I have no idea. And they go, it's not soccer, it's football. I was like, shut up. We named it soccer, so stop. Anyway,
I love American football too. I would watch a lot of YouTube and.
Did you watch that clip recently, Phil, of that comedian on the panel of the American football came to London, and there's a comedian on the panel, right? And they're asking him questions like, "Do you know anything about American football, the NFL?" And he was like, "No." Right? And he's like, he's like, "Well, people who watch American football in England, they're a bit weird because they're watching it at 3:00 in the morning. So, would you
Same
you
for wrestling fans."
And he says, "Would you trust somebody in America that watched cricket at 3 in the morning? No, you wouldn't, right?" And then he turned round because there's a few fans behind. And he says, "Look at them, they're all." And he was ripping him, and I saw that clip. But anyway, Phil, I'm sure you're fine. But it was a very good, clip.
Yeah, can I just say I work in Burnley, Phil. So we have a lot of Burnley fans there who aren't doing very well at all at the moment. And one of the
they're near the bottom of the league.
Yeah, in the kitchen's a massive Burnley fan, but then one of the carers is a massive Sheffield United fan,
and they're even worse.
well, look. Let's be honest. Like we said, he got a draw with Aston Villa, and they've got a new manager, so he thinks there's going to be a turnaround, and he's like, it's going to be brilliant. They're going to start winning now, and all this kind of stuff.
This is the most we've talked about football on the show.
I know it is. We never talk about.
I was about to say, shout out to people who listen to this in 10 years when they find this podcast, and then they know the future. They know what we don't know. Did Villa win again? I don't know.
Did Sheffield United
football?
That's how little I was listening.
My brother-in-law Nathaniel said this is the best Villa have ever done in his lifetime.
Yeah, that's funny.
But
the Sheffield United fan at the beginning of the season, when they lost literally every game they played for about however many games, he was worried they were going to take the title of the worst team ever. That never won a game all season, but they've managed to win one, and they've drawn a couple now as well. So they're doing a little bit better than they were at the beginning.
Phil, are you one of these that just loves sport, or is it just mainly football? Do you love just sport?
Mostly football. To be fair, I've worked in the leisure industry for 25 years. I was quite a good swimmer years ago.
Okay.
So I'm a swim teacher. I used to be a fitness instructor, stuff like that there.
Nice.
So I've always worked in that industry. So
you're
sports always been put. Yes.
Okay. Right. I take the baby to water babies. I take her there.
We call that drown a baby.
No, you have to congratulate Chinny for his amazing parenting.
I have to dip her under. They go, okay, we're going to dip her under now. And I go out there, and to be fair to Rosa, she never cries. She just goes, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, they don't care. Babies don't give a shit. They just get in there, don't they? They don't care.
Yeah. So
but Millie, by the way, Millie's a good swimmer. I don't know.
I remember you mentioning this. That
but she's too small. She's like 5'1" or 5 foot.
She's diddy, isn't she, Millie?
She's not. Although she's a great technique and she's a really, really good swimmer, she's just not tall enough to have been competing. Really.
My brother. See, I'm 6'5", so it helps.
You're 6'5". Are you sitting down right now? Because you look like you're right close to the ceiling.
He is.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Bloody hell, Phil.
You're saying that you're 6'4".
No, I'm 6'3". But for the listeners, when Phil stood up there, he just made a hole in his ceiling. He just Pete, my brother swam for the county. Phil, he's a brilliant swimmer as well.
Okay.
And then my mum and dad looked at me. I was like, "Oh, maybe Mike will be like."
Yeah, you should be. You're tall. You're the right size.
Maybe he'll be like a good swimmer as well. I just got in and I was just no, clearly not. No. Maybe Mike's telling me. But to be fair, my brother hasn't got 2 million views on TikTok, has he? So
no, he hasn't.
Whatever.
So what's really important? I mean, come on.
Come on.
But I think, Phil, swimming, I'm sure you'll agree, is a key life skill.
It is, yeah. I take a lot of schools for swimming.
Yeah.
And it's hard to see 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds come to swimming and they're petrified of the water.
Yeah.
It's really it's concerning because a lot of parents don't bring their swimming anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm adamant. I'm like, one thing I definitely want to do with my kids is take them swimming because
it's like you, Chinny. Like with Millie, we took her from being a baby and then she started classes from 3 years old onwards.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like, if they want to do anything else or nothing else, I ain't that bothered. Like, if they want to do music or whatever they want to do, that's fine. That's optional. But swimming is like mandatory. They have to do it.
This is how bad Millie was, right? We used to go on a holiday to Austria and they had this really cool 50-foot Olympic pool sort of thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
All the kids were there, like throwing balls to each other with inflatables and all the normal holiday stuff. And Millie was in the sectioned off bit doing lengths.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
No, that's what I'd do. That's what I'd do.
Balls.
So
just
Phil,
swimming.
We don't know much. We know a bit more about you. You're a swimming teacher. You're a giant. The games. What games are you playing? What games? What's the games?
Yeah. What are you playing?
Well, at the minute, I'm playing my 9th playthrough of Elden Ring.
Oh my god!
Elden Ring, nice choice, nice choice.
I'm a Souls fan. I have been since my first Souls game was Bloodborne, and I've went back and played them all. And love them all. But other than that, Football Manager. Is
the
a big
spreadsheet
thing.
simulator, isn't it?
Spreadsheet simulator.
Oh my god! I've lost people have lost their lives to Football Manager. It's insane. Like how.
In I used to work in a different centre years ago. It was a quite quiet place, and they had a wee computer and work. And I used to play it and work for 6 hours a day for like a year.
It's really it's so addictive, isn't it? Yeah.
But let me ask you this, Phil. Do you do your own team, or you want to usually get some crappy team and tries to get it to the top of the league and all that?
To be fair, I usually just pick Man United and try to win everything for as long as I can.
You gotta make that person's wish come true. Yeah. Look, my best mate's a Man United fan. And he's not very happy at the moment.
Yeah, someone has to be.
Oh well, what can you do? Why do you
usually Souls?
So because what I was interested in there, Phil, was like we don't talk about football at all.
No, we don't. No. We don't play football games. We don't play FIFA. We don't do any of that.
With us.
I know.
Rocket League is kind of like football.
Rocket League is
basically football. Yes.
Yeah, it's football.
Like I wrote it a while ago, and I say I hardly ever agree with the games you're playing or whatever, but it's
you'll be like, what are they talking
I know
about?
what you meant by that, but I just love the idea that it's like, I do not agree with you playing.
Yeah, that game is terrible. What are you doing?
Talk to Phil. Tell us what have we talked about? You go, this sounds absolute shit, man. Like, what are they talking?
Probably with what I started with tonight.
Pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything we play.
There's got to be something.
All the Wars games Stu plays pretty much.
Fucking hell,
fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, weird and shit games.
That's right. I only play quality. I only play quality games. Can I just say?
That's right. Okay.
No, Stu only plays games that review well.
Keep telling yourself that, Stu.
Shit. Anyway, Phil, here's a question for you. Have you ever played anything you wouldn't have normally played from listening to us? There's a good question.
Yes.
Okay, he praised himself. Yeah, go on, Phil.
Yeah.
Of course.
What was it you played that you wouldn't have
You're
played?
not going to expect this here. I got a snooker. The snooker game that came out a couple of years ago.
There we go. Chinny wins.
For God's sake, if his ego's not big enough already.
Journey.
Million followers.
There you
snooker champion.
He's probably going to say he hated Journey, though. Let's be honest.
No, Journey's a classic.
Oh, thank you.
It's now Snooker 19, though.
Love to have you on, Phil. It was great, but we got to, sorry.
What was your highest break? Did you get any breaks?
I picked the worst ranked player and got him up to rank 2.
Oh, it's Snooker 19?
Yeah.
Did you? I think it was
Kieran Richardson or Kieran Wilson or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Did you make any breaks? What was your highest break in Snooker 19?
Oh. Maybe. I had easy settings on, so maybe about 70 or something.
No, right, okay. Well, I don't want to brag, but I got a 147. I don't like talking about it.
Yes, you did. Can I just say?
You try to hit a 180 on a dartboard.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah, can I just say, of all the reactions over the years, your reaction to getting your 147 was just brilliant.
I was bricking it, man. Did you know there's a snooker player that has done a 147 a hole-in-one and a 9-darter.
There is.
Yeah. His name is Sean Murphy.
All right.
His name is Sean Murphy.
Oh, yeah, I know
right?
Sean Murphy.
He won in 2005, the World Championship, and he's a brilliant golfer. He's almost professional level golfer, and he got a hole-in-one, and he got a 9-darter. He's just one of these guys that are good at all sports.
He's good at everything.
And he's probably one of the very few people in the world that has done all three of those things. It's ridiculous. So, anyway, snooker's great, the best thing ever. But I'm guessing you're more into football, Phil. You can't. But I'm surrounded by people that, look, back to that topic that Antonio was talking about, I'm surrounded by people that just talk about football, work, snooker. So I just have to kind of know enough. But then I do go, like, when the football's on in the club, I just go Reds. Go, you know. They all just go, shut up, Mike. You know, you're talking about.
Go team.
Yeah. But so when somebody says to me, like, oh, Wolves did well last night, didn't they? I go, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Don't know anything.
Yeah,
I just confess, you know. Yeah, because some people can't have. If I say to them, I don't really like sport, I don't watch sport, they look at me like I'm a fucking alien.
Idiot. Like, you're
like,
weird.
what the fuck? Like, you don't.
What do you look at night?
Any sport, and I'm like, well, I play snooker, but I don't watch it. And they go, oh, at least you watch. Oh, but you play. At least there's some sport that you like. I was like, yeah, I kind of like snooker, but I don't watch it that much. It's, you know, it's quite a slow sport. But yeah, it's crazy. What else? Have we got any other questions for Phil? Antonio, do you have any questions for Phil?
Do you have a good day, mate? Do you have a good day?
Do you have a good day?
Do you have a good day, mate? Nice and simple.
Yes, didn't have to go outside, get everything sorted yesterday for Christmas, so pretty much stayed indoors all day.
Is all your Christmas stuff done?
Yes, we just need to wrap stuff tomorrow evening.
How old are your kids?
The wee boy's 4 and the guard is 9.
Oh, so they're good, like, oh, maybe the girl.
Maybe.
Last year we got her a Quest, and it's been barely touched.
Yeah, that's
imagine that.
You know what you should do, Phil? You should wrap it up again and go, fucking play it this year.
The wee man's now
Can I
starting
interest
in the
you in a
gaming,
Steam Deck OLED?
Yeah, get her a Steam Deck. That's what she needs.
No, don't get that. So the boys started gaming now.
Minecraft crazy.
Minecraft crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm okay with that though. I think Minecraft is a good entry point for a young un.
He's plushies. He's all sorts.
So can I ask? Does she still believe in Father Christmas? Is she still at that stage?
I think we're on the cusp of maybe this could be the last year.
What are you talking about?
We had to. Can I just say we had to sit Millie down before she went to secondary school and tell her he wasn't real.
Oh my God, secondary school.
We did.
Jesus Christ.
But that's what. But we caused this problem. It was our own fault.
I remember, like, I was in year 5, and I remember like other people in my year still believed in Father Christmas. So year 5 is about 9. So yeah, about your daughter's age. And like, if anybody still believed in Santa in my year, we would like laugh at them basically.
Oh well, yeah. Well, Millie, when people told her it wasn't real at school, she would throw fists nearly. You know what I mean? She was having none of it. And the reason being, right, I'll tell you why. It's a shortish story. I'll try and condense it. But when we took her to,
attention, new listeners, that is code for this story's going to go on for fucking ever.
So basically, we took her.
Story.
We took her to Lapland. We took her to Lapland when she was 6 or 7 years old, right? To see Father Christmas in Lapland. And Kay pocketed the Father Christmas letter. So when she went to put it in the post box, she pocketed it and let her post something that wasn't it. When we got to Lapland, we then went to the elf sorting out the mail and said, can you hide this in your pile? And when my daughter comes up, pretend you found it, right? So Millie then went up to this girl, and said, have you got my letter? And she's like, what's your name? Millie Fowler. Just went. And she put it about 4 or 5 down in a pile, which was quite cool. She sort of rifled through a pile and said, is this it? And she's like, yeah. That's my letter. So instantly believed, right? Then
what are you doing with my letter, you piece of shit?
This is better. So then we got the letter back. Obviously saw Father Christmas, came home. I worked with a guy who had really cool old-fashioned handwriting, you know, like curly handwriting.
Yeah.
So I went to him and said, look, can you write on the back of this letter and put, it was really cool meeting you in Lapland, Millie. I hope you really love your Christmas present.
Don't come back next year.
And then we hid it in
one
of her
this is
presents.
Fake. Fuck you.
We hid it in one of her presents. So he opens a present, thinks she's got a letter off Father Christmas.
Oh my God.
And that was it. She would not have anyone tell her that he didn't exist.
Wow.
That's
way to brainwash your kid.
I know.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, if he says, "Oh, Dad, is Santa real?" I'm going to do. Well, I've heard. I don't know, but I've heard rumors that a big fat old bloke climbs down your chimney, and he goes, "Yeah, but we don't have a chimney; it's blocked off." I don't know how he gets in, but I've heard that he gets in. I don't know.
So I'm gonna,
I'm gonna be like, I don't know. These are rumors, and let's see if she picks up on it. But I basically kept Santa going because it was a bit of a scheme. Do you know what I mean? It was a bit of a well, if I believe in Santa, I'll just get more presents. So I knew that.
And also,
I knew when I was 6, that's my mum's handwriting. Like, she doesn't even try and hide it.
It's a parent's way to make you behave yourself, isn't it? It's like a control, isn't
exactly.
it? It's like, if you're naughty, you won't get any
Well,
presents.
I don't like that, you see, because it's just teach your kid how to not be
Tell
a
me the
shit,
truth.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Anyway, or Super Mario 64, but Armar as we know him.
Oh yeah.
I was going to give away another Patreon thing. Did I do that? I don't think.
No, you did that.
done too.
We haven't done another chat person.
Oh, we haven't done another chat person. Right. Anyway.
Yes. Let me have a look through my list of people.
Armar says, Merry Xmas and Happy New Year to all the vets listeners. And Duke, Mike, and Stu. Not many people call me Mike, really. 3 of, honestly, my favourite people on the planet.
I can't blame him. You can't blame him, can I just say.
It says
cool
on
people.
Discord,
Cool.
Phil, that you're playing Elden Ring now. Is that right?
Yep.
Are you actually playing Elden Ring?
Playing a video game while you're on the podcast?
Speaking to us.
I just loaded into.
What a chat.
I wanted to see where I left off last night.
What's a
you-
chat?
Addicted to Elden
That's how addicted he is.
Yeah,
Playing it as we
I've
speak.
played through Elden Ring. Like I say, I think this is my 9th playthrough. Sekiro.
Oh my
So what, like doing a
Similar
different build every
Bloodborne.
time? Like, what's the appeal of doing it over and over again for you?
A lot of the times, I've done different builds. Bloodborne doesn't really work like that. You can't really do many various different builds in Bloodborne. But it's just the challenge of it more so this for anything, and trying to just different approaches. Yeah, pretty much.
Fair play.
By the way, Chinny, I have decided on another T-shirt person for the chat.
Go for it.
I think it should be Phil because
think it
he's
should
come
be
on
Phil.
the show. He's chatted a lot in the chat.
No, give it to someone else. No, I'm fine. Give it to
No,
someone
come
else.
on,
thank
Phil.
you.
You
I
can
don't want your
take
fucking
one.
t-shirt.
Yeah, it doesn't even want
It's
it.
like,
Like, fuck your
take your
t-shirt, it's
shirt and
shit.
shove it.
Yeah, take your shitty t-shirts. I don't want it.
No,
Honestly.
give it to someone else. I'll pass it on. Thank you.
Why don't you want it, Phil? I'm
Because that's not what I'm here for.
I'm insulted now that you don't want a t-shirt.
No, he's being
He's
nice.
being
He doesn't
nice.
wanna
Give
be
it to someone else,
profiting
Stu.
from his
Respect
experience.
All right,
his wish.
I don't know.
And our shirts are ugly as fuck.
Phil's going to do that thing there. It's like, no, I wasn't serious. Like, actually, give it to me.
I know, yeah.
I just want to
don't
look
know.
generous. God damn it, give it to my kid.
Let's give it to, I don't know. What about James Butler?
James Butler.
James
Where
Butler.
the bloody hell is James Butler?
I don't know. He's not even in the chat anymore. But, you know, there weren't many other. What about No Addictions? Who's No Addictions? Let's give it them. Who are they?
You can't just give you're crap.
I'm just picking people at random. I'm picking... No Addictions. We'll give it No Addictions.
No
He's quite
Addictions.
active in the chat. No Addictions.
Right.
There you go.
That's Ricey.
Ricey. We'll give it Ricey.
We'll give it to
Ricey.
Ricey. No addiction.
Ricey.
Right. You get a bloody t-shirt or something, Ricey. Can you write it on your thing, Stu? T-shirt
I've
for
written
Ricey.
it. Ricey t-shirt. T-shirt.
Tighty Brain said, are you using the easy mode mod on Elden Ring, Phil?
I'm playing on Xbox.
So,
Is he Yakker's live? He's not like me.
So not like
That is
The
the
only
most
people who do
backhanded
that
way
are
of
the people who
saying,
have not
no,
played
how dare you.
Bloodborne and all the other ones.
Yeah. I do want to play it, Phil, Elden Ring. I do want to try
I
it.
think you need to try a Souls type game, and if the combat clicks with you and the exploration clicks with you, then the majority of those games will click for you. The only one that's fairly different is Sekiro.
Look what happened when Duke tried to play it on normal mode. It just didn't go well. It didn't go well.
You couldn't even beat it in easy mode.
It's not my thing.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not
Stu.
my thing.
It didn't go well.
Did you ever finish it, Stu?
I'm close. I'm close.
Surprise,
I'm about
surprise.
80. I have played it. To be
Any
fair,
day
fair,
now,
right,
he's gonna finish it.
To be fair, on easy mode, I have played it for about nearly 90 hours. So I have put quite a bit of time into it. So
your first playthrough will take you anywhere close to about 80 to 120 hours.
yeah, and I'm
First
playing it on
time through.
easy mode, by the way. But I did get just correct me if I'm wrong here, Phil, because obviously I haven't played it 9 times. But I got to this place where there's a massive field with what looks like a castle wall at the opposite side, and I came against this black knight who was rock hard, who killed me with about 2 swipes or whatever. But I'm guessing the final boss is at the opposite side of the field behind this big castle wall. Is that correct or is that wrong?
You're probably only about halfway through.
What? The fuck? What? What?
You haven't been to Lendale, the royal capital, yet?
I've not been to what? What?
The royal capital.
There's your answer.
The royal capital, Lendale.
I don't know.
No, you haven't.
I'm guessing
Did
that
you have to
might
fight
be
a tree sentinel? And remember the boss when you first started
I've
the game?
fought quite a few tree sentinels.
Okay, there's a tree sentinel stopping you getting into the capital.
I don't remember that one if I'm being
Because
honest.
you haven't done
if
it.
you haven't even reached the capital, you're not even halfway through. There's still probably about
That's crazy.
5
or 6 different areas.
Damn, bruv.
This game is fucking crazy.
That's
Because
If you're
I'm
looking
like,
to do everything and
That is
unlock certain areas, yeah, and have you done all there's 4 underground areas as well?
I've done the first underground area. It's 4.
Noxtella.
Yeah, the first one where you go down like a mausoleum. You go in a mausoleum in Limgrave, is it called, the first opening area? And you go in like
there's
a
3
mausoleum.
different areas in
Oh
that
my
one
God.
area. Man, you don't even know.
Wow,
You don't even know.
You just
I
got
don't
told.
even
Fuck.
know.
You got
I need to play this
absolutely
game more.
fucking
And I've been playing this
slapped.
for 80 hours, nearly 80 or 90
Yeah,
hours already.
The exploration alone.
You
Oh,
got
yeah, I've just spent
slapped,
ages just
Stu,
finding
slapped.
stuff. No, I'm only asking him. That's why I asked
I'm near
him.
the end. Smack.
We've got-
Not
we've
even
got an
fucking
expert
close.
Stu,
on the
continue.
show.
Just persevere.
Persevere.
Yeah.
Stu,
Yeah.
Stu gives up his new shiny thing. He's
I
like,
don't
fuck
give
that.
up. I don't give up, but I get distracted.
He gets
It's not that I give up.
distracted.
I get distracted by
Which
other
is another
stuff.
way of saying he gives up.
I don't get distracted.
Yeah.
It's quite, but it's
Um,
fucking brilliant, by the way.
I know.
Well, if you ever
Although-
need, I could come in. You could summon me in. I could
I
help you if you
can't.
ever need be.
Summon you. I cannot summon you in because
Okay.
I'm playing
You're
on
playing
easy mode. You've
Yeah.
got to disable all the stuff,
Oh,
so you
okay.
can't play online at all when you're on easy mode. So,
Mm.
but it's fine. I mean, I'm doing all right. I'm leveling up pretty quick because obviously easy mode levels up a lot quicker, and you get more XP and all that kind of jive. And enemies are a bit easier to kill.
I
and
feel
stuff.
like the closest I've ever got to sort of like a Souls-like game is on God of War Ragnarok. Towards the end, you have to fight these like bosses. I don't know what they're called, right? And it's fucking hard.
They're called bosses.
The Valkyries you talking about?
Valkyries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I beat them all, but it was fucking rock, right? And it was like, if they do this move, if I dodge left, they always get me. But if I dodge right, and it took like when I realised that, I was like, okay, now I can dodge that move. So now I've got to look for that, and then that, and I was like, I bet
That's
this is
Souls.
what
That's
I was like.
Yep.
I bet this is what a Dark Souls game is like. I probably
is.
like those games.
Yep.
Yeah. So
some
I
of the
think-
boss battles are incredible. Even the
Yeah.
the first few you
Yeah.
come across are
Some of
amazing.
them are.
I think
Some of them are pretty poor. Some of them are unreal.
Yeah,
I
I
think
hated.
I'd
By
like
the
that.
way, I hated. You'll probably know what she's called, but the one with the woman that duplicates herself all over the place, and you have to hit the right.
Sounds rude.
Yeah, she does.
Renala.
I don't know. She's the one who gives you the power to remodel yourself so you can put all your
Yes,
stats.
that's Renala. The lava tears in the Academy of Rare Lucaria.
Yeah, it took me a while to beat her, but I did. I beat her. So and I love that. There's one level. There's like a castle that you come to, and I got to a part of the castle. I'm like, why can't I get any further? It's all weird. I can't get any higher up, and it's like at the top. What's going on? And I had to get this thing that turned the fucking whole castle upside down.
Upside down. Yep.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Some of the stuff they thought about.
The level
to bring it
design
back
is. Oh,
yeah,
great.
it's just crazy, like stuff.
What's your favourite game ever, Phil? He's thinking.
Oh, that's got him. That's got him. That's got him.
He's thinking.
That's got
Your
him.
favorite series
Oh,
going
he's a
back
bit of a
years
cop out,
ago.
but I'll allow it. Go on.
Yeah, go on then.
is Splinter Cell.
Oh,
Doesn't come close.
What was your
Yeah.
favourite
Rest in
Splinter
peace.
Cell? What was your favourite Splinter Cell?
Chaos Theory.
Chaos Theory. Yeah, the third one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yeah, I've only ever played Conviction, Chinny. That's the only one I've ever played. And I loved it.
It's a brilliant
Love
one.
Conviction. Yeah, it's brilliant. So good.
Yeah. There aren't
long
many
time
bad.
ago.
There are more brilliant Splinter Cell games than there are bad ones. To be fair, there's only Pandora Tomorrow or something or whatever.
Pandora Tomorrow is pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's probably the
And
weakest. No,
Blacklist.
no, Double Agent. But
No.
there was 2 Double Agent ones, wasn't there?
Double Agent's not bad. I thought Conviction, when they tried to change it to all this quick firing from the hip and marking it and executing people, it just wasn't Splinter Cell for me.
Yeah,
but
it's
a lot
not
of
the
people
same.
enjoyed it.
You're right. It's not the same, but it was.
No.
I enjoyed it, but I like Blacklist as well. I thought Blacklist was brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, really good.
Really good. Oh, I miss Splinter Cell. Where did
That
go?
would be a good. Does it hold up? I bet Convictions. 2010. That
Yeah, but we'd
came
have to
out.
start with
I would still play
Splinter
Chaos
Cell
Theory.
1. Yeah. We'd have to start with all the way back.
Really?
They're
Yeah,
remaking
we
it.
do.
I've never played any of
When
them.
you play Does It Hold Up, Stu, you got to fucking commit to playing the
Yeah.
old ones, right? These
Yeah,
are the
do
rules
it
that
right.
I've made up right
Nice.
now.
All
Okay.
right.
Are we? Is this show done?
I think we've got to get done.
I mean,
because we've
yeah,
talked
I was
for
gonna
a
say.
long,
Do we
long
need
time.
Phil? Thanks so much for coming on. You can
but
stick
no,
around
whoa,
for the end.
Whoa,
Stick
whoa,
around
no,
for the
before
end.
we go, I have got an email I need to read
Oh
out.
yeah,
so
read it out. Read it out. Have we got any more
I've got
email?
it.
I don't know.
There's no speak pipes or anything. There's literally
Okay,
just one
we
email.
got an email.
Whoa, that ruled.
How weird is it, Phil, that you're on the show?
Weird, because it was just miming along to
Yeah.
the voice clip there. Yeah.
The thing that changes for me is I'm not hearing you at like 2 times speed. That's the thing that is
I
always.
can speak
tripping
quickly
me.
because I listen to everything in like 1.5 or 2.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'll tell you what, Antonio, I can speak quickly for you. How about that? Does that sound normal?
I really appreciate it. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
couldn't be doing with that. That
Right,
would
Stu,
do me
what's the email? Can
You
just read out the
guys
email?
are really weird.
Let's do that. Yeah, the email we seen is off SLH, who was obviously in the chat
Yay.
earlier.
Yay,
Sorts out
Susan.
all our
Susan.
Discord stuff and his
Love you, Susan.
general brilliantness around the Discord.
Yeah.
episode.
She's just a wonderful, wonderful.
And the show in
person.
general, And she says this anyway, remembering those less fortunate at Christmas time. Is the title of her email. It says,
That's a good thing to do.
hi, gorgeous veteran gamer dudes.
Oh, she got the wrong one.
Oh man, there's new veteran gamer
Ah,
dudes.
yes, he knows where it's at.
Think about Antonio and Phil.
Yeah, Antonio and Phil. Thought I'd send you some Christmas appreciation to round off yet another year. Also, to thank you for all the entertainment and personal support in what has been an absolute shit of a year.
I'm sorry.
The deaths of 3 close family members and the breakup of my 20-year marriage, as well as ongoing major health problems, have just been a proper pile of steaming doo-doo. Yeah, it just sucks, doesn't it? It's just shit.
It does suck.
It does.
Yeah.
But you 3 and your
Keep your head up,
banter.
man. You got this.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, not me.
Sounds like someone heavy breathing. That's a bit weird. What is that?
I think
it's
it might
Antonio.
be Phil.
Is it Phil's mic? I don't know.
Okay.
It sounds like someone making some
No,
dirty
just
phone calls.
it was
yeah, just mute
Antonio.
yourself for a sec, Phil. That's it.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
But you 3 and your banter remain a reliable constant week in and week out. Gaming itself becomes so important as a distraction and a source of relaxation at times like this. And listening to old friends wittering away about life and the universe and video games provides some much needed personal relief.
Just to let you know, this is a monster of an email, so strap in.
It is a monster. I wanted to pick on something that you were talking about the other week when you mentioned Sony bringing out a new accessible controller, similar to the Microsoft do. Since becoming disabled myself recently, thanks to the aforementioned health problems, accessibility has become a subject close to my heart. I've had lifelong dyspraxia anyway, and anyone who's played online with me can testify my utter lack of coordination, timing, and gross motor skills. That's got significantly worse since I got poorly, as well as other neurological and physiological symptoms that I've developed. But like she was mentioned on the podcast a few times, getting older really doesn't help either. Yeah, it's totally true.
Yeah.
Totally true. As you can imagine, attitudes to accessibility needs amongst the general gaming community really aren't the kindest. The same knob jockeys that hurl sexist and racial abuse online are equally as intolerant of anyone who needs an extra bit of help, so just so that they can join in. The absolute furore online caused by the suggestion that Souls-like games could come with an easy mode was a case in point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Bill. One particularly lovely comment I read was that anyone able to play a game as a developer intended was unworthy of that game.
Yeah.
And that there shouldn't be adjustments that would affect the purity of the game. Nice. Yeah.
Unless your name is Stu.
Pardon, sorry?
Unless your name is Stu.
Unless my name is Stu, but the debate on easy mode both highlights and paradoxically obscures the problem. There are often so few accessibility options in games that the only way someone with a disability can attempt to play it is by using an easy mode. But that's frustrating because we don't actually want it easier. We just want the same challenge of beating the game. We just want to be starting from the same place as everybody else, despite the additional challenges we bring it to ourselves.
Well said.
Which hamper us in so many different ways. Things do seem to be improving slowly, but there's a long way to go before inclusivity comes as standard in video games, even in the AAA titles. True. Developers need to be thinking about the building accessibility in from the start and include disabled gamers in beta testing rather than just adding in some subtitles at the end and thinking they've ticked the box. Even subtitles can be a waste of time if their size and font can't be adjusted for someone with a visual impairment. There are so many ways that accessibility in a game can be improved. Things like being able to adjust the speed of the game or parts of it, having haptic or audio feedback, and not just visual for points of interest. The option of having text, including menus read aloud, being able to turn off quick time events or button mashing events, auto fire, auto target options, toggles instead of having to hold a button down, option to remove a controller vibration, and so on. Ultimately, there is no one-size-fits-all option because disabilities and impairments vary in severity and type. What works for someone with motor issues isn't necessarily going to help someone with cognitive or visual problems. As a good target audience, gamers are often unable to get out and about or be socially included as much as they'd like, or can rely on being able to play video games online or off for both entertainment and connection. Added to that, those of us Gen Xers who were still kids when video games actually started out in the 80s, talk for yourself. That's me as well. That's me as well.
It's about you, Stu.
That's me as well. Are now deep into middle age with all the physical and cognitive challenges that brings. Again, just saying, we're all old. We just get old, don't we? Even though we might not consider ourselves to have a disability, we are expected to stop playing the games we love just because we no longer have the eyesight. It's the reflexes, man. All reflexes said. It's the reflexes that I struggle with. It's like I said earlier about just trying to remember controls because it's a different prompt on the screen.
I'd find that hard though. I think that's hard. Because it's a controller not made for the PC, I suppose.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's
carry on.
just
Finish
weird.
the email.
It's just weird.
You nearly done.
Reflexivity knows, or could a few tweaks in the settings make it a much more comfortable experience for us too? Send you all loads of Christmassy love and hoping that 2024 is the year we finally get another accessible meetup. Kisses from SLH. Kiss.
So I will say,
SLH.
thank you, Susan, for
that.
that.
Very kinder
to
you than it was 2023.
I will say, Sony are the absolute kings of accessibility because you play like The Last of Us 2 and it's got a ton of stuff. Like if you go prone, you can't get seen. It changes all the colours. Just loads, like the size of the subtitles.
There is
loads, and that Spider-Man is the same as well.
Definitely.
So good. And you can toggle and you can all that stuff that she's talking about. So I think, and God of War is the same. That Sony are really, really good with it. There's a lot.
Yeah, Microsoft, they just don't care.
Well, they came out with that controller, which was pretty good. They were first with that, and that was really good. But I feel like it needs to be done. I did know about this sort of stuff that Susan's been going through, and because I told Tara about it, and she said, "What's her address? What's her address?" and she sent her a bunch of like flowers and stuff. So like that's and Susan said, "I'm guessing this was Tara's thinking, not yours." I was like, "Correct." Yeah. So yeah. Well, thanks for the email, Susan.
Yeah, I was just gonna add the only thing I would say for this to fully change, it's got to become an industry standard, hasn't it? It's got to be standardized across. Like every game has to include this. Every game has to include that. Yeah. But unfortunately, it's even like age ratings with video games. It's nothing is standardized, is it? It's all self-regulated, and no one gives a shit that much.
Yeah, it should be just. Yeah, I mean, Sony do it on merit. Basically, they do it. And it's good. It's brilliant how they do it. It's really nice. Yeah, it needs to be more of it. You know, like it's mad, really. And I said because Susan lives very close to my brother-in-law, so when the next time we're up, I said to her, "We're going to bring the baby round so you can meet the baby." So I just said, you know, because I know life's tough, isn't it? So if you can just bring a little bit of a baby, everybody loves a baby. So yeah, well, thanks for the email, Susan. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Susan. We love you.
Bongo's in the chat, by the way. Bongo.
Hey, what up, Bongo?
Talking of Robin.
Oh, I miss Robin. I haven't spoke to Robin for
well,
ages,
since you went to Las Vegas, was it?
Pretty much, yeah. And I know. I haven't told him this yet, but I want to go back to Northern Ireland with the baby and stop with him and stuff. But I haven't actually mentioned it to him yet. But I miss him. I haven't spoken to him for a while. But I tell you what, that Vegas trip, one of the highlights of the year, definitely.
Viva Las Vegas. Anyway, we need to do some shout outs and get the hell out of here because it's late.
Yes. Oh, Robin's ringing me. Hold on, Robin's
ringing
me. He wants to get on the show.
Why the fuck are you talking about me on the show, you motherfucker?
Yeah, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know. He's
yeah, he does. That's why he's mad at us. You piece of shit.
We'll talk again very, very soon. Let's talk tomorrow.
We'll talk tomorrow, Robin. You're on the show, by the way. You're on loudspeaker.
So noticed. We'll speak tomorrow. I'll call you tomorrow, buddy.
All right, mate.
All right,
bye.
Break your face tomorrow.
Yeah, break your face.
Yeah, okay. So
there you go. Right, shall we do some shout outs? Let's start with Phil. Go on, we'll start with Phil. He's still muted, though. He's still muted, so I'll need to unmute himself.
Phil, unmute yourself and shout out people.
Guys.
Oh, us. Little old us.
There you go.
How nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
15 years.
We shout you out, too.
15 years. It's too long. It's too long.
It's exhausting, isn't it? 15
It's
years.
exhausting. 15 years.
It's depressing how old we're getting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you know what, Chinny, come back in 10
Even I was relatively young when we started doing this. Can I just say
how old was you when we started?
35, 34.
I'm older than you when we started. Oh my God.
I know. 34, 35.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God. No.
Yeah.
You know what really bothers me about how old I am now is when I first met Duke, right? So Antonio, Phil, what's your first impression when you heard Duke? You know, when you first met him, what was your first sort of?
Yeah, what did you think when you first heard my voice?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, that was a great. I do not know because it was so long ago.
Phil.
Wasn't that shit?
It was the Heavy Rain episode, so I'm going to guess Loud American.
No. Like, what do you think though? What did you think when you first met, or like when you first heard Duke? Like just Loud American, or just?
I don't prejudge.
So educated eccentric. Is that Phil? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Oh man, you got that shit wrong.
So like when I first met Duke, when he started coming on the show, I was like, oh my God, this guy's so clever. Like maybe when I'm his age, I'll be that clever. All right. The problem is, I'm older than when I first met him now.
Yeah. And you're still not that clever.
I'm not clever at all.
No.
It's just the same. I was like, maybe when I'm his age, I'll read books and I'll know about stuff.
Yeah, but do you know what, Chinny? As Duke got 2 million views on TikTok, that's what I'm asking. Exactly.
Whatever. Let me just check the view count.
Go on, I bet it's more than that now, isn't it?
I don't like to brag about these things.
Craziness.
It's 1.8 million at the moment.
Oh, it's close. It's close.
So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just it's silliness. It's absolute silliness, that one. So what was where?
Yeah, that's your bongos. But geez, the first time we met Antonio, his dad was a chaperone.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Bongo, good to hear from you, mate. Hope you're well.
I remember
Good
that.
to see you doing the sim racing, mate. It looks fun.
Yeah.
And Duke has always sounded old. I like that. So, Antonio, shout outs from you. Go on. This is taking ages,
all
by
I'll
the way.
say is I will echo Phil's, but I will say thank you for reading that soppy email that I wrote when Chinny had his kid.
Ah, yeah.
And that's it.
Oh. I don't know. I'll do it. I'm gonna shout out. Look, I've got them all written down, so it's easy for me. I'm gonna shout out SLH, No Addiction, Sealy, Philip Taylor, who's obviously on the show at the moment, James Butler, Deck, Rainy Lamb, Antonio, of course, Nick's 21, and Anthony AU, Australian Ant, who came in for a little bit before. There you go. That's what I'm doing. And Merry Christmas to
Did you say Armor?
And Armor, oh yeah, I didn't write him down because he only came in very. And obviously Robin, of course, Armor and Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know really. I'll shout out Susan because she's a ledge. Phil and Antonio, big up, and Robin for calling me. I think he's. I don't know. I think Robin might be drunk. He sounded drunk.
He did sound slightly.
You know what? Robin has every right to be drunk. He has every right to be. There's nothing wrong with being drunk. But I love Robin. It was one of the best trips ever going to Vegas. It was great. It was so good. I want to go back. I think about it all the time. I want to go back.
That's right.
Anyway, that's the Christmas show. So Merry Christmas, everyone.
No, Duke has done his.
Duke, sorry. Sorry, Duke.
Duke, I was just about to say.
I'm going to shout out all the same people.
Round
SLH,
us out,
Amar, Phil, Antonio, love you guys. Everyone listening, we really appreciate you being a part of our community. And Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and Eid, and whatever you're celebrating. We hope it's a lot of fun, and I hope you get some rest. And let's all hope that 2023 is a better year than 2020. Sorry, 2024 is a better year than 2023 because my 2023 is kind of shit. My dog died. My best friend died. I got COVID. Fuck 2023. Here's 2024 is going to kick ass.
Sorry,
have a good time.
Duke, I had a pretty good 2023. So.
Yeah, well, fuck you and your TikTok bullshit.
Yeah, mine was slightly better than 2022.
I'm talking about the birth of my daughter. I just.
Yeah.
God, that's all we hear about. Jesus Christ.
No, it's not. Yeah, that was the one good thing about 2023.
Can we just say, just to confuse the hell out of everyone, we'll be on Monday, a week on Monday, the next show.
Yeah, so it's going to be on New Year's Day, isn't it?
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
And I will be, just in case anybody's interested, I will be doing a DJ set, as I always do on New Year's Eve.
He does. I've tuned into that.
It's fun.
You were there to the death last year, and you were trying to make it stay on.
We listened
Play
to
some more.
No, because like we had a family, all the family round, and what I put Stu on. I says, "This is my friend Stu." To all the family, they didn't know. Well, my mother-in-law knows who you are. She says, "Oh, is that the guy who did my burger and all that sort of stuff?" Because you made her a burger at the barbecue.
I did.
So we put that on. I was like, "This is my friend Stu. He's live right now. Like, put some requests in." So they all enjoyed it, Stu.
I had some very weird. That's the weirdest request. Some of the weirdest requests. I had some hard drum and bass and all sorts of stuff were coming on that night.
Tara's family.
Hard drum and bass is awesome.
They're very picky with their music. Tara's family.
They are. Kept getting told off because
they
I
have
haven't
good taste
played
in
one.
music.
You haven't played mine yet. Where's mine?
That's it.
Well,
I don't know.
You don't have a whole lot of other people requesting stuff, so play theirs.
See, Bongo vacuums the house naked to me, he says. So there you go. There you go.
Wait, do you not? How do you vacuum the house?
I do it naked too. You've got to be careful though. You don't get too close to your bits. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lot of fun.
We need to go, everybody.
Phil,
thanks for listening, everybody.
Phil, thanks for joining us on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.
Night, everybody.
We got to bugger off. Have a good Christmas, everyone.
All right,
We
show's
will.
over. No
See you after New Year.
Robot, get out.
Won't you?
Quick, join us on the Zoom. The thing is still in the show chat.
Oh, Phil's gone.
Yeah, mate. You're fucking about.
Gone. He's absolutely gone. No one gives a shit.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
Well, have a good Christmas,
Right.
folks.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I will
Peace out,
speak
fam.
to you all next week.
Hasta la
I'm going
pasta.
to
Bye,
bed.
everybody.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye, Street.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Bye.
Speak to you next week. Mike.
Bye.
Have a
In a bit,
nice
Jen, in a bit,
Christmas,
Stu.
Antonio.
Yeah.
Have a
Thanks,
good
guys.
one.
It's all right.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.